Okay, I'm live. Hey, Nenny. I'm giving my mom the necklace on Sunday that I purchased from you. It's so cute. I wish I could keep it for myself. Oh, that's so exciting. That is so exciting. It is cute. I was like, honestly, I was thinking of keeping that one for myself, but I could always make another one. In fact, I might just put it up there um, and keep it up there, this way, because that's easy to recreate those necklaces with the stars. It's literally just a little piece. Hey, Purple Rain. Crystal, hello. It's just like two little, stars. So um that was very exciting because I soldered together all the jump rings and everything. So nothing comes apart. There's no chance of like obviously the chain could break if you snag it on something, but the jump rings won't open. That's the good news. They're all soldered closed around the whole entire thing. So it was a fun kind of learning experience. I know how to solder the jump rings closed, but for that one, I did it in a different way. It's called pick soldering. I know this is probably so not exciting, but you take the solder, which is just like basically a little tiny square of metal. I have to wear these like magnifying glasses to even see what I'm doing. But you take that, you put the flame on it, and you have this thing called a soldering pick. It's literally just like a piece of metal with a little point at it on the bottom. And you pick the melted solder off there and just boop, plop it right on the little seam in the jump ring, the little circles that hold your, jewelry together. Every necklace and everything has them. Tyra, I still owe you a pair of earrings. I don't think I forgot about you. I just been having the last few weeks have been absolutely crazy for me. Um, Honestly, this is like the first week. Well, no, I shouldn't say. It's just been a lot of stuff going on personally in my real life. Nothing bad, obviously, but I've just been busy. I've just had a lot of stuff going on. I haven't made anything. Like I'm usually sitting here all day making things, and I really haven't done anything. So hey, Leo wife. Oh, my video from yesterday. Yeah. All right. I am going. Hold on. I'm trying to find. Does anybody know which live stream um Laura not Laura, Wendy V was just playing? Was this the how come this is so weird? It looks like I watched it, but I never watched it. Hold on. Ah, hold on. Laura's in my ear. Laura's in my ear. Um, what is this? Tierney warns about dangerous spills. Oh, dude. I watched the fucking if you guys have Peacock, um watch the I suggest you watch the Long Island serial killer. I forget the exact name of this series, but just type in Gilgo and you'll find it. So there was a whole series that they did last year, basically about the Long Island serial killer, and they had interviewed the wife and the daughter, and kind of like an unprecedented thing, right? Because you never really get to see that side of the story. And it was wild. I mean, there was 3 episodes, I think, and it was kind of like them coming to terms with the fact that he was arrested for this, and the wife was in like complete and utter fucking denial about him being the killer. You could just tell she's so brainwashed by him that like she had no like she just couldn't believe it. And so many people no, it's the last one from last night though? Because how could that be? I thought oh, maybe. I guess so. Anyway, I guess that makes sense. Right? 15 hours ago? That's why I'm confused because I made the video. I don't know, it doesn't. I guess it's this one. All right. So anyway, uh yeah, just it's fucking wild, dude. It is fucking wild. So now the 4th episode is basically her coming to terms with the fact that, he's pleading guilty. So they knew about this guilty plea like a year ago. Or I don't know, maybe like 8 months ago. I think it was a little I guess they kind of started talking about it a year ago. So they have this therapist that's working with the family, and they waived their like HIPAA rights. And so the therapist was able to share, some of the things, and he confessed to the family, and, he didn't go into great detail, But he did admit to, spoiler alert here, but I think we all know he pled guilty. He did admit to killing at least 7 of the 8 girls down in the basement in their house. It's real disturbing, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. Really disturbing shit. I mean, dude, I've been covering this case since, not covering it, I've been following it since it happened. Like, I will never get the image of those girls burned out of my brain. Just seeing their faces on the front page of the newspaper, back when they were found, and just wondering, like, who is this person for so long? I wasn't like scared that the person was, obviously they were targeting a certain group of women that I didn't fall into, so I wasn't scared about them killing me. It's just like, to know that this person is walking amongst you. They could be in your town, they could be, the next town over. That ended up that they were literally right by where I worked for years during the time of most of the killings took place. That part kind of fucking freaks me out, because I swear to God, when I first saw his face, and I don't know if this is him or not, but I will never forget. I worked literally right around the corner from his house for years, okay? In the early 2000s, during the time when this was going on. I'm sorry, maybe in the later, like closer to 2010. I'm going to say between 2006 and like 2012, I worked there. And literally right around the corner from his house. So during my lunch break, I used to go over to this TJ Maxx that's over there on Sunrise Highway, which is literally, like, my job was a couple miles away, but the TJ Maxx is literally like right near his house, So I used to go there on Wednesdays to this TJ Maxx during my lunch break, because I really didn't eat lunch at work that often. So I would go, or, sometimes I'd grab something small to eat, but most of the times I didn't really eat lunch. So I just go shopping, and I got paid on Wednesday. But also that TJ Maxx used to always put out like new shit on Wednesday. So I always knew it was the best day to like hit it up, So this one day I'm walking into the parking lot, and, I'm dressed up for work. I have boots on. I have like, probably looked like a fucking hooker now that I'm thinking about it. At the time, that was the style though. It was like, you remember like those high boots that you wore above your knees? And, I was dressed up for work. So anyway, we didn't have to dress like office wear, but I had to dress nicely for work, because I had changed positions. So anyway, I'm going into the TJ Maxx, and this guy, like, I don't remember the exact conversation, but he was like trying to talk to me, and it was an older guy, huge guy, and he just creeped me the fuck out, dude. I don't remember the exact like situation because it was so long ago, but he creeped me the fuck out. And I remember thinking, like, this guy is so out of place here. He was dressed in like office wear. And I just remember him being incredibly big, because I was like, this guy could like kidnap me. And he was like, he kept like, I got the feeling that he was trying to like solicit me. Mind you, I was in my early 20s at the time, or, like my mid 20s. And I got the feeling that he was trying to like solicit me in a sense. Maybe I looked like a hooker. I don't know. But I got that sense that he was trying to not hit on me, but trying to like solicit services from me. It was very fucking weird. I never had that happen to me before. And I was like, dude, I went into the TJ Maxx, and I remember standing in there, and I was like, dude, I am not going to forget this guy. I swear to God, this guy's like a serial killer or something. Now, mind you, at the time, I didn't know that we didn't know about the serial killer, but I just remember this fucking huge guy sitting outside of TJ Maxx trying to like solicit girls. It was really fucking weird. So I went in, and I came out, and he was still out there. So I kind of like ran to my car. So the next week when I went to go back to TJ Maxx, I saw him sitting there again. And I was like, oh, hell no. And after that, I never went back to the TJ Maxx. When I first saw his face on the newspaper, that's what my mind went to. Now, I don't know if it's because, it was him, or if it was because I just remembered the situation, But I was like, I remember when it happened, I was like, I have to remember this guy's face, because like he was very persistent in trying to like talk to me, and You know, I don't know. I can't explain it. It was different than a guy trying to hit on you, especially because he was way older than me. This wasn't like some young guy. This was a guy that when I was 20, he had to be in his 50s, maybe. And that's why I kind of got the sense that he was trying to like solicit me because he was much older than me. And I just remember feeling really fucking scared because I was like, dude, that guy was huge and could easily overpower me within seconds and nobody would even fucking know. So I don't know if it was him, but I would love to know if they ever found like evidence of him hanging out in parking lots in the area because there was a story about him hanging out in parks, you know, trying to hit on women. And I'm like, oh my God, I wonder if that was him. Cause like I was around the age at that time, the girls that he was kind of targeting, but I don't know. I can't, you know, it's been 20 something years. I can't remember the guy's face, but it's always like, it made me think of that situation when I saw his face for the first time. It looked familiar. And that was like the first thing my brain went to. But who knows? I could have seen him elsewhere, you know, around that area because I spent so much time in that area. Not only did I work over there, but my family lives in that area. So I was always at my family's house. Like, it's very possible I could have crossed paths with him and just, you know, the guy's 6'6", I think. So like you remember a person like that. And when I saw him the first time, I'm like, dude, I've seen this guy somewhere before. Like I know I have, but I just can't like picture where, you know. He's got a very unique look. It's kind of like that face, but either way, I mean, I'm not a target of his. I don't know if that's how I don't know if he ever tried soliciting women in like person or if he, you know, only went through, you know, the internet or anything like that. But dude, it's just creepy, man. It is so creepy. And you know, it's in all these years that I've been looking at these girls' faces last night watching that, I started actually like crying because I was just like, I don't know, it just felt like these poor girls, you know, like they got caught up in this lifestyle. And he literally said, this was the part that made me start crying. He literally told his, I think his daughter or the wife, he was like, I didn't see them as human. And I'm like, how could you not see them as human beings? Like these girls, they were such young girls. They were so young. So young. Ugh, it's just sick. It's so fucking disgusting what he did to these girls. And so he goes into some detail, but not, you know, oops, sorry, Remy. Yeah, it's just fucking gross, dude. It's fucking gross. I just remember being really creeped out. I would love to know if that guy used to hang out in parking lots, like, because this place was literally right around the corner from his house. But if not, maybe there's another serial killer in Massapequa. That's where I was, in Massapequa. I mean, it was literally the TJ Maxx, like his house is in this weird area where the highway bends. There's a mall, and then his house, well, there used to be a mall. His house is right behind in that area. There's like a train station. That's why they said he used to walk to the train station. And then if you cross Sunrise Highway, that's where the TJ Maxx was. So I'm like, who knows what this guy was doing? Like, was he really at work all day, you know? Or was he sitting in a parking lot fucking with women? Or at a park, like they said? Who knows? Fucking creep. The part that I can't wrap my head around is that the family is still living in the house, okay? Now knowing that these women were killed there. And here's the really, like, spoiler alert. If you guys don't want to hear this, click out for a second. I'm just giving a spoiler alert. At the end of the episode, the wife... This is fucking weird, dude. She redid the basement, the room in which he killed the girls in, and she is now sleeping in there. And I'm like, what? Like, this is not coming across very good. And I don't know if it's like she wants to, like, she talks about being spiritual, and I'm thinking, like, are you trying to, like, sleep down there because you feel protective over the spirits? Like, I couldn't do that, dude. I'll tell you right now, basements are creepy to begin with, but I mean, that's a basement that literally had some creepy shit happening. Yeah, really fucking weird. She's, you know, I feel bad for her. Like, I feel bad for his family, and I probably shouldn't, but, you know, I don't think they knew. I really don't. You could see by the wife, she's just one of those people that's very naive. And he probably just lied to her all the time, and she just never fucking questioned him. All the murders happened while she was away. You know, so he did like a 4-day plan. It was the first date. he would go out with these girls and he would be sweet to them. And then the next day was the second date, was the kill day, right? Oh, I'm sorry. He had a prep day and then he had a kill day. And then he had a cleanup day. That was the third day. And then the fourth day was there just in case any, emergencies happened, which I thought was weird because I'm like, what kind of emergencies could happen after the body's been disposed of? So, oh my God, dude. I didn't believe the wife just happened to be out of the country. I do, because there's proof of it. And what's his name? I trust Ray Tierney that, he has cleared her and the family. And like even that fucking crazy bastard, John Ray, was trying to, connect the daughter. The daughter was a baby when these things happened, most of them. So, and at the oldest, she was 13 years old. Do you really think she was involved? Like, come on. The wife, on the other hand, I don't think she was involved. I just think she was one of those wives that was very compliant with the husband. They go through her whole story in the series, so it kind of will help you make it make sense. Then you'll kind of understand her personality and everything and why she could have been so naive. But yeah, I mean, there's literal proof that she's been out of the country every single time one of these murders occurred. So except for the first two, because they weren't married yet. This is the sick part too. I didn't know this. He killed one of the women literally days before they got married. So she flew to what was it, Sweden, I think she's from. She flew to Sweden with her son, because she had a son from another guy, and they were there for a few days getting prepared for the wedding. He stayed behind, killed the second victim, which was Karen Vergata, and then he fucking went there and got married to her while she was pregnant. Fucked up, dude. Iceland, that was it. And then the first girl that he killed, they weren't married yet. I think he was still with his ex-wife. So, and there's a part in the story in the video where they're talking about his ex-wife, and he said, they asked why he divorced the ex-wife, and he's like, well, I couldn't control her. So like, what does that tell you about Asa? He could control her, so that's why he married her. He knew he could fucking fully control her. But yeah, it's really weird. He calls a bunch of times while they're there, and he sounds like, you would never think this guy's a serial killer, the way he's talking to his family, like, oh, hi, dear. And you could tell the wife is still like enamored with him. Like, you could just tell. And I'm like, this is like so sick, so sick. When was the last time he killed someone? Well, they say the last time that he killed somebody was in 2010, I believe. The last victim was not Megan Waterman. What's her name? Oh my goodness. Holy shit. How do I not remember her name? I'm having a brain fart. The last two victims were both in 2000, or was it 2009 or 10? Holy shit. Amberlynn Costello, I believe she was the last victim taken from West Babylon, which is crazy because I have family that lives in that town as well. But yeah. Amber. That's supposedly, so he gives this excuse that, he stopped killing because he wasn't getting like a thrill from it anymore, which is just bullshit, because really he probably stopped because his dumping ground was discovered. What's crazy about it is the first 1, 2, 3, 4 victims, their bodies were found back at the time when the murders happened. But I guess he had done such a good job of disposing of them. And here's the thing too. I always used to question if there was multiple serial killers, because his first victim, what's her name? Sandra Castilla, beautiful woman, right? She was a Hispanic girl from Trinidad and looks nothing like the other victims. All the other victims, not that they look alike, but there's a definite, you could tell there's like taste there. You know what I'm saying? You could tell there's definitely a look that he goes for, a size that he goes for, a race that he goes for. After her, all the other girls are white, and so her body was found in the woods by hunters all the way out east in Sag Harbor, the town is called, which is right by the Hamptons, Southampton. And that was in 1996, I think, if I remember correctly, or was it 93? I don't remember. And this is the weird part. They talked about this in the docuseries. No serial killers start killing at 30. That's very rare. So his first victim, he was already in his 30s. But yeah, her body was found one piece, you know, in a certain way. The next 1, 2, 3 victims. So you got Karen Vergata, you got Jessica Taylor, and you have what's the other girl's name? Oh my god, why am I having a brain fart? I have her face in my Jessica Taylor. Oh my god, I just had her face in my thing and I can't think of her name. The next 3 victims, all 3 of them were dismembered. Okay. Right? Yeah, Jessica Taylor. Actually, I don't know about Karen Vergata. Oh no, she was. She was the Fire Island Joe. And oddly enough, I remember that happening and I was like, I'm never going to Fire Islands. They found her arms in a garbage like pail at Fire Island, which means, wait, this is so crazy, you guys. This is why I never wanted to go to Fire Island, but I ended up going as an adult. They found her fucking arms in a garbage pail. Mind you, when you go to Fire Island, you cannot drive there. You can't drive there. No, not Megan Waterman. Why am I having a brain fart? Jessica Taylor. And what's the other girl's name? Oh my God. I have her like face right in my head, but I can't think of her name. So listen to this. Okay. No, not Peaches was actually her boyfriend and just happened to use the same dumping ground. No, not the same dumping ground. Peaches. Oh yeah, he did because he put the baby there. Peaches was totally separate. That's crazy too. Oh my God, she's so crazy. All right, so check this out. When you go to Fire Island, no, not Shannon Gilbert, not Megan Waterman. Oh my God, I can't. Let me just look it up. Hold on. Let me just look up Long Island serial killer. I'm just telling you, do not watch this shit right before you go to bed if you're gonna watch it. Let's see, victims' names. Let's go to Rex Heuermann. All right, victims. Pleaded guilty to 7 murders. Here, it says 11 plus on here. That needs to be fixed because we don't know if that's true. Hold on, I'm just scrolling back. Karen. Oh, Valerie Mack. That's it. Oh my God. You know, I was getting messed up because she went by Melissa Taylor and there was a Jessica Taylor, no relation. Okay, Valerie Mack. So that was the other person. All right. So going back to the second victim, Karen Vergata. Okay, she was found with her arms or her legs or something was found in a garbage pail. I believe at Fire Island. I know one of them was. Well, regardless, okay, I know. And then I think part of her body was found like on the ocean, which they said she might have like been thrown off a bridge. I don't know how that could happen, but anyway, this is the fucking crazy part. For you to go over to Fire Island where her body was found, I believe it was Davis Park. The only way to get there is by boat or by ferry. So he did not have a boat. So that means that he had these victims' body parts on him going on the ferry with other people, which it wouldn't be unusual. Like, say if you brought a huge cooler over there, it wouldn't be unusual. But I'm like, how did it not smell? Like, there's so many questions. So in total, he admitted to 8, but he was really only charged with 7 of the 8 because the one victim, the second one, Karen Vergata, there was absolutely no evidence to like tie him to that one, but he ended up admitting to it. But he's not charged with it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think once he found here's my thing. Okay. When you look back on it, the first woman that he killed, he didn't do anything to her. He just left her in Sag Harbor, right? The second 3, he mutilated or dismembered their bodies. Jessica Taylor and I believe Valerie Mack, both of them were found partially in Manorville, which is we call the Pine Barrens here. It's like a big preserve, you know, of woodland and everything like that. And then partially at Gilgo Beach. That was I think he was trying to see like which dumping ground to ultimately stick with, right? So he realized that the bodies were getting discovered out in the Manor Woods, you know, the Pine Barrens out east because people go there to hunt. I didn't even know this. I just found this out, but I didn't know there's hunting groups that go in that woods. So I guess that's why he stopped using that location. And once time passed by, right, he realized that he probably didn't have to go through all of that trouble of, you know, making the mess, shall we say, of dismembering all these women because he could just dump their entire bodies at Gilgo Beach. Nobody's ever finding them. And it's true. I mean, look how many years nobody found these bodies for. It's even amazing that they were found. If that girl never went missing on Fire Island, um, no, Shannon Gilbert, nobody would have ever found those bodies. They'd still be sitting there. In fact, actually, here's the crazy part. If Shannon Gilbert didn't go missing in 2010, okay, and they didn't find those bodies in 2010, Hurricane, what's it called? Sandy happened 2 years after that. That entire section of the highway, of the Robert Moses Causeway, got completely fucking washed away. So who knows where those bodies would have ended up, because that area where they were was gone underwater. They had to rebuild the whole thing. So just think about that. He could have potentially gotten away with it for even longer. He could have died and nobody would have even known. But thank God, I mean, not thank God, but whatever happened to Shannon Gilbert that night, she's the hero in this whole story, because if she didn't go missing, none of this would have ever been discovered. They only discovered it because they were looking for her. Like, the whole story is just fucking crazy from like the start to finish. But yeah, I think once he realized that his, little dumping ground on Fire Island wasn't getting discovered near Gilgo, he was like, okay, this is it. This is where I'm going to dump the rest of my victims. And so then starting in, hold on, I'm trying to see when Maureen Brainerd Barnes went missing, because she was the first one. 2007. Okay. There was a time between, it's really weird. If you look at this, there was a time between the last murder, which I think was Valerie Mack. Okay. So from 2000 to 2007, supposedly he didn't do any murders during that time. I don't know if I believe that, so 2007 was the first one. After that, okay, then you got 2009 was Melissa Bartholomew, and that was the one whose sister he called and he mocked her, and he was sick fuck. Okay, then Megan Waterman went missing in 2010, June of 2010, and then a few months later, Amber Lynn Costello went missing. So that's the only time he did 2 in 1 year, and it really makes you wonder. Like, what was going on in his life at that year? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was happening in his life that year that he did it twice in 1 year? I don't know if I believe somebody who is this methodical and psychotic, because there's a whole planning document. You guys could read it online. There's, did he really only do this 8 times in the span of, 30 years? Fuck, just crazy, dude. Crazy. I'm trying to see when Jessica Taylor went missing. Oh, 2003. My bad. Okay, so I'm sorry. I had that backwards. It was 2003. Then he took a couple of year break, and then supposedly, right? And then in 2007, that's when the next person went missing. The only thing is they're trying to say, like, oh, he was in North Carolina. He might have killed people. I don't know if I necessarily believe that. I feel like he did it in the comfort of his own home, where he was in control of everything. So when he was out of his, element, it wasn't as easy for him to do. And that's what they say about serial killers. No, the kids were already born by that. Well, he only has one kid biologically. The kids were already, his daughter was born by that time. I think she was born in the late 90s, the daughter. So she's fucking crazy, dude. I don't even know if they have Sandra Castilla listed on here. But yeah, crazy shit, man. Oh, Jane Doe 3. They haven't updated this. Oh, no, I'm sorry. So the Peaches lady, the baby was found. The skull, I think, and the baby was found at Gilgo Beach. And I always thought that the baby wasn't related. Like, if you go back to my old videos, I always said the baby's not related, because it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit. Why would you all of a sudden have a baby involved in this? Even though the bodies were found very close to one another, I always felt that the baby and the baby that was there found on Gilgo Beach, and the mother's skull, I always said that didn't fit. It just didn't fit the rest of the equation. Then once they identified her and they said she was a black woman, I said it definitely doesn't fit now. She wasn't a sex worker. she worked in a dentist office, and she was in the military. And I'm like, that definitely doesn't fit now. It doesn't fit his whole MO. And the other part of her body was found in Hempstead Park in a tub with, sheets from the house, and it just didn't fit. Well, it ends up, I was right in feeling that because her ex, boyfriend did it, the baby daddy. What, like, how crazy is that they use the same place to dump the bodies? Fucking crazy, dude. I just read that Tanya, aka, yeah, she was a military veteran. I mean, dude, the story is fucking insane. Not only because of like him getting away with this for so long, and the way he kind of evolved over time and changed his MO, and the fact that what's her name, Shannon Gilbert went missing. Like, all of that is just crazy in and of itself, right? But then you get into the part with the police investigation just going so fucking wrong. They had the evidence to catch this guy back in 2010. I think it was a matter of egos in the police department, but also I think I watched a really interesting and I suggest you check it out. Rodney Harris, who is the police, chief that came in and started the Gilgo task and got this thing really going. He came out here from, the NYPD. There's an interview if you just type his name, and I'm sure it'll come up with the guys that did another documentary. Well, anyway, he kind of goes through the whole thing about how the investigation was, messed up and everything. But I think it was egos. Obviously, they didn't want to let the FBI in. But I also think it had to do with the fact that the witnesses that saw the truck and saw him, which was Amberlynn Costello, the last victim, it was her friend, her roommates, they just didn't take them seriously at the time. But they gave a description of the guy. They gave a description of his car. And there's only so many of those cars, the Chevy Avalanche truck that, from that time period in that color, that are registered to people in Massapequa. And they fucking sat on that. That's what broke the case open, was the tip from the fucking roommates. It's just crazy. All right. So anyway, I don't have enough chairs in your chat, so you have to share. Here's a chair for you to shit the fuck down. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. There's nothing out. So many people went out there. We're going. Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. The area where the bodies were dumped, like, there is just no reason. Now, mind you, there's cars passing by that area. It's literally right off the road. But the thing is, there's no reason to stop there. There's nothing there. It's literally just like marshland. So there's, unless you get a flat tire or you're going to pee, which you probably wouldn't do because you probably wouldn't want to risk getting ticks, you wouldn't like go off on the side of the road. And like when you drive by there in the summer, that area, you could see the bramble and the bushes is so thick, you can't even really walk in there. So, he must have, like, I don't know, dressed in gear or something, because when the police were searching in there, they were getting all scratched up and fucked up from like the bush, there's thorns, and it was crazy. So he must have, prepared himself to have something on to protect him when he was dragging the bodies in there. Fucking crazy, dude. Hey, garden girl. Yeah, just what a fucking story, man. But I really do suggest, I know I just kind of like spoiled it, but it's worth checking out the last episode on Peacock. It's called House of Killings, Gilgo Beach, something like that. So just check it out. Pretty crazy that, I think he's not the first serial killer from Long Island, but he's probably the most prolific, that's for sure. There was another one back in the 80s. I can't remember his fucking name off the top of my head. There was a few, but hold on, I think it's on here. That's probably one of the more famous ones. Joel Rifkin, he was sick. Robert Schulman, that's another one from Long Island. Richard Angelo, Richard Cottingham. Why are they all named Richard? Raymond Fernandez. I don't know. Wow. Oh, that's in like 1949. Serial killer who murdered at least 18 women, 4 on Long Island. Richard Angelo, a serial killer, murdered at least 4 patients. What was he, a doctor or something? Oh, a nurse. Oh, yeah, I remember this guy. I mean, this is like the real, serial killer guy that was hunting women and killing them. Joel Rifkin, too, he was pretty sick, but he got caught driving to a dump site with a body in his truck, and that's how they caught him. That like never happened. So that's kind of a crazy story. Well, it is crazy how many came. I don't know if I count some of these as serial killers. Like, all right, well, the nurse, yeah, I guess so. This other guy killed 18 women, but only for some reason, only 4 of them were on Long Island. Oh, all right, because he went between Jersey and Long Island. He was nicknamed by the media the Torso Killer and the Times Square Ripper. So this guy was from the city. This is like really, besides Joel Rifkin, I feel like he's like the only really Long Island born and raised, serial killer. But it's a very interesting story, dude. The whole story. Anyway, all right. So I don't know if I should play part of Laura's live. I don't have that much time. I got like maybe an hour. If I should pick up where Wendy V left off, or if I should just start from the beginning because I didn't hear the beginning. I would love to review the case and hear your view on it and others too. The case that has always haunted me is the Alphabet case. Ooh, it happened many years ago. I never heard of that one. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. Garden Girl, if you rewind, I told this story. Like, I obviously don't think it was him. I'm just like when I connect, my mind connects to it. Back when I worked in the area where he lived, I mean, literally right around the corner from like where he lives. And I shopped over there during my lunch break. I would go to the mall right by his house. His house is right behind the mall. And I'd go to this TJ Maxx and I'd tell about this creepy story about this guy that was in the parking lot that seemed like he was just out of place, And when I first saw him, I thought of this guy. I don't know if that, I don't know if it's him. I'm just saying, like, the situation, his face has had a familiarness to me. Like, it looked familiar to me when I first saw it on the news, and I thought of this situation, but I don't know if it's connected. I have no idea. I'm just telling you guys because it's just weird that it happened in the town where he lives, that I remembered this situation of this guy really creeping me out, and almost an older man trying to like almost like solicit me in a sense. It was very weird. I didn't get hit on that much by older men. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, young guys used to hit on me, but older men, no. Like, not that old. Not like the way this guy was. It was very creepy. Very creepy. Duty Ron, yes, he took a ride there. I mean, I've passed that. I can't even tell you how many fucking times. Like, during that time, too. Because I had the beach pass over there. I used to go to, and those girls' bodies were probably laying there. I didn't know. Ugh, it's fucking crazy. All right, so. I don't know if I should go back to the beginning of this. I don't want to be redundant if you guys are in Wendy's. But I kind of do want to hear what Laura said because I wasn't in her I didn't watch this live stream. I only heard the very little bit that Wendy V played. But hold on a second. All right. Good day, Freeside. Good day. Good day. All right. Let's just, we'll just see what happens here. All right. I always go back. Hold on. To it because I remember when it happened. It's freaky when this shit happens in your neighborhood, or in your town, or even near your town, because you're just like, dude, it really did start making you look at other people that in your life, and you're like, could this person be the fucking Long Island serial killer? Trust me, I think everybody on Long Island thought they knew who the serial killer was. It was either a friend or a family member or, somebody's husband that used to creep you out. Like, every single person thought they knew who the Long Island serial killer was. Every single person. So it's kind of crazy. I have a lot of it saved on my playlist. Oh, is it public? I'll have to check that out. When I lived in Tacoma, I was taking my dog for a walk at night near the piers. I smelled something weird and my dog didn't want to go any further. Oh, I would have got the fuck out of there too. I don't know, dude. I just like that situation that when I went to go to TJ Maxx that day, that guy fucking creeped me out on a level that I like. You know how many times guys have creeped me out and whatever. But for some reason, that one really stuck out in my mind, like for some reason. And I remember telling myself, like, do not forget this guy. But I did, I forgot what he looked like. But I remember telling myself at the time, like, don't forget this guy because I'm telling you something's off. Like, I knew it. I was so scared. I didn't even want to walk out of the store by myself because I was like, this guy was not. There's a difference between a guy just trying to talk to you and a guy persistently trying to like solicit you or pursue you in a parking lot. It was very uncomfortable. Ugh, gives me the chills to even think about it.
To say.
All right.
And I've been thinking about this.
So apparently this is a live that I guess I saw Wendy's clip last night from I guess this stream. I didn't realize that there was a stream, but Laura is trying to deny that she ever trolled as her daughter with her daughter's name, which, dude, if she did, all right, let's just say she didn't, but I think she did. Clearly, if she didn't, one of her friends did, because I mean, what's the chance? There's these messages that somebody sent to Wendy, clearly. Okay, this screenshot. And here's my thing. Okay, if somebody's gonna try to like set Laura up and make fake messages, why wouldn't they just make like the entire fucking message? Why would you make like just the notifications that come up on your phone? That doesn't even make sense to me. So like what? You could only see part of the conversation? Like that doesn't even make sense. To me, I said this in my video last night, but just in case any of you guys didn't see it, whoever it was, whoever sent Wendy the messages, and Wendy knows who sent it to her, I'm sure. Whoever sent those messages, they obviously didn't want to open Laura's messages, and that's why they screenshot that. They probably never opened them because on Instagram and on Facebook, when you open the messages, the person can see that you opened them and read them. So, that's probably why they probably just screenshot it. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why is she trolling, asking me to troll as her daughter? Okay. So, did anyone catch the UA troll trying to blame me? Just stop. Oh, they must be somebody that's around. We all know who those trolls belong to, Sarah. It's pretty obvious at this point. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So it's maybe it wasn't Laura, this troll account with her daughter's name shows up in Stephanie Brown. I think it was her chat a month after these messages happen. And they're like, I call CPS. That's what they say in the chat. They said something else, but to me, that part is very telling. Okay. That they would say something like that. I do think Laura is like the fucking Long Island serial killer. I don't think she kills people. I'm talking about the fact that she's very, calculated and deviant. Okay. She likes to scare people. You know what I'm saying? She gets a high off of this. But I'm like, why the fuck? Like, and that's a plan that we've seen in action. She has admitted that she was gonna have her kid come up here and tell the internet that she tried to off herself because she couldn't take the stress anymore, which is just fucking crazy to me too. Like, Lord, just log the fuck off the internet at that point in time. I don't get it. You act like you're forced to be here. Like this is your job. I know you say it's your job, but it really isn't your job. Okay. You can't get fired. Like this isn't your job. Okay. So if it's stressing you out to that point, take a fucking break. I'm not saying log off forever, but like take a fucking break for a little bit at least, But no, her solution was, oh, let me show these people. So, from that you admit, and we've heard recordings of it, it doesn't matter that you didn't actually, take action and do that. It's the thought that counts. You thought, your brain went there to use your kid like that and to fucking do something like that to try to make people feel sorry for you. Like, dude, that is not, she doesn't. And it just goes to show that maybe there is some type of personality disorder going on there, because like, I don't think she actually sees the problem with that. Like, I don't think she understands why everybody else thinks that that's fucking crazy to do, to involve your child in this disgusting lie. Okay. Serious lie. Even thinking of it is sick. Okay. Then to think, oh, let me go troll as my daughter to kind of set people up, which is kind of funny, right? Because, burgundies always projecting on me as if they're Laura, that I'm trying to set people up, girl, okay. This is trying to set people up, okay? When you're trying to fucking troll as your own fucking kid, and I really need to know why always her daughter. Why? Because she's the most vulnerable one? Because she's a girl? It's very odd that the daughter is always the target, right? Or the tool in your fucking crazy schemes, okay? But like, that's fucking crazy to me, dude. That is fucking crazy. Crazy. No. It is a personality disorder because something has to make a person like that, right? Something has to make a person like that. Whether it's and when I mean personality disorder, it's like, is Laura a sociopath? Is she a psychopath? It's not really an excuse as much as it explains. It helps us understand why she acts the way that she acts. You know, something is going on there, dude. Normal people don't fucking do this. Just normal people don't do this. And I agree with you that she's a low energy trout mouth asshole. Yeah, no, totally. I'm not giving her excuse though. I am saying that something in her brain or her personality is vastly different from the rest of us, right? So it only makes sense to, I don't know, assign something so that we can make sense of the behavior. Because I mean, I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose her, but I'm just saying, like, something there, something out of the norm is going on there, okay? That the rest of us don't think like that. I would never think, oh, let me troll as my kid so that I could, set people up to look like, I don't even know. I don't even understand. What I need to know what the point of the plan was, dude. What was the point of that plan? What were you exactly trying to do? I could see you were trying to set people up, but I don't understand what you thought the outcome was going to be. That's where I'm lost. That doesn't make much sense, dude. All right.
This for a while.
Let's see how far we could get. We'll speed her up a little.
So I got a message this morning that, all right, let me back up. So this morning, Queen Bee, I was working, Queen Bee.
Yeah, which there again ties it into being, right. Like there's something going on. There's some type of something, right, going on there.
He was covering Britney's
life. I have to tell myself that, I guess, because I'm like, I can't, something has to be making her do this, right? Like
yesterday.
Some type of imbalance somewhere. I don't know.
So I happened to go in there and I was listening. And if it wasn't for Britney.
You know, Anna B, that's a great question. I don't know if she believes her own bullshit. I wonder that sometimes to myself. You know, does it make you, what do you call it? Does she know, or has she convinced herself, you know, are these confabulations that Laura's having, like that she doesn't even know she's lying at this point, and she actually believes that what she's saying is true? I don't know.
Blaming me, accusing me, all of that, I probably wouldn't have even cared. But QB has a much larger audience than I do. So if a lot of lies are being spread, yes, I'm going to go in the chat and try to correct them. My haters that are in there, doesn't matter.
My haters.
But there are a lot of subscribers.
It's called not having a soul.
In there
but that all goes along with like psychopathy, or, you know, being a sociopath, or fucking a narcissist. I don't know. Or maybe all three, maybe a combination of all three.
We share. And I honestly don't think QB would even care.
She is a narcissist and a pathological liar. Yeah.
But then
I watch it at 1.25 when I'm streaming it, just because I feel like if people want to speed through me when they're watching and they watch on 1.5, it's going to like sound too fast where you're not going to be able to keep up with it on the replay. So I always leave it at 1.25.
Haters come in. Haters that start accounts 10 minutes prior. Now, as a creator on panels, she's not exactly going to be able to check all that.
Who is she talking about?
So you get a bunch of people, and you know, a bunch of assholes all of a sudden come in together, and it's hate central.
Who is she talking about?
And one thing I've always given QB credit for is Yeah.
Hey, Anna.
One thing I've always given QB credit for is not falling into the asylum of trolls. She usually ignores it.
What? The asylum of trolls? What?
And I also want to give a shout out to Jay Fox and Pecan. I know Jay Fox I met through Granny's Watching.
Who are these people?
And then Pecan I know through QB. Okay. They were on top of it, and I thank them for that.
Whose chat was this in? Does anybody know?
But there are so many fucking rumors and lies that go on. And it's like, because...
And what was the account? What's the account that she's talking about? That's my other question.
Because I don't want to go,
See, look, this is the problem. This Just Irish person writes here. I clicked in, heard her say you were trolling as your daughter, and clicked out. See, that's the problem. Instead of sticking around and trying to find the truth out, you just said, yeah, fuck it. I don't want to know the truth. Some of these people, because somebody said that in Wendy V's chat, they were like, why don't her people like see it or something? I'm like, I really just think they don't want to know the truth. They don't want to know the truth, because knowing the truth has to means that you have to admit that you fucked up, right? You made a mistake. You made a bad judgment in character. Yeah, she does simp hard. But like, you know what I'm saying? And that's hard for some people to admit that.
I don't want to spend my days.
Just like when I supported Laura, I was no different in brain or smart than now. I've disconnected from her. I did not run to her haters. I just did not have the fallout she did with them. Well, the whole thing is like, I love when people say that. They're like, oh, you ran to my haters, right? But it's like, dude, first of all, I don't fucking hate Laura. I know people might find that hard to believe. I really don't. I mean, I don't care about her enough to hate her. Like, honestly, I feel like hate is such a strong emotion. And like, to fucking hate somebody, you have to like care about them a little bit to fucking hate, not care about them, but like they have to affect your life in some way, your actual life. On a daily basis, Laura doesn't affect my life. Did she affect my life once? Yes, she did. But I don't even hate her. I just think she's a fucking clown, dude. That's really what it comes down to. Do I dislike her? Yeah, of course I do. I dislike her a lot, but I don't know if I hate her. That's a strong word. But to call, just label everybody as haters. First of all, most of these people, like, this isn't your fight. You don't have to fucking be involved in anything with me and Laura, So if you come over and start listening to other people, it's fucking YouTube, dude. Like, seriously, what's the fucking big deal? Honestly, go to your haters. I'm not, like, I hate being put into this category that I'm part of her haters. It's like, no, Laura, I'm just part of the people that fucking see you for who the fuck you are. That's really what it is. I don't hate you, though. And I don't think anybody else does either. I think they hate your personality. I think they hate the way you treat people. I think they hate some of the things you say. But to hate you, I don't know if that's like, I don't know if they really actually hate you, dude. They just don't like you.
Going through a ton of shit to prove this and prove that and prove that. I got no time for that. My whole goal is not to do that in life.
Wait, her whole goal is to not do what in life? Sorry.
Days going through a ton of shit to prove this and prove that and prove that. I got no time for that.
Oh, okay, Laura. You have no time. No, it's because you can't prove it.
My whole goal is not to do that in life.
Her whole goal is to not prove things in life? Okay.
Never really did it on YouTube. I'm not going to start now.
How did this whole thing come up about her even trolling his stage? I'm confused.
But it's like, we were all getting along fine. Even people that didn't like me were just ignoring me, which is fine. But I feel like sometimes people forget this is YouTube. People should be able to go wherever they want to go as long as they're respectful.
Oh, and they say, I don't want to know who Win-Win is based off of what Laura says. That's why I'll always respect the parody channel, if they're still in here, is because they went and took the initiative to look. Oh shit! Sorry, I just accidentally started fucking fast forwarding her ass. They went and took the initiative to see, like, okay, who are these people that she's talking about, and you know what I'm saying? She went to see for herself. Then when she went to Wendy's page, she was like, oh, this is not what Laura's portraying it to be, you know? So, I mean, like, I'm an asshole. I totally get that. But, like, Wendy, she's a pretty straight up person, dude. Like, I'm a fucking douchebag. I get it.
So, if a lot of lies are being spread, yes, I'm going to go in the chat and try to correct them.
You don't do that. A troll under Dayton's name went into who? Melissa's chat. Oh, the girl that Laura was saying horrible things about our daughter. That's horrible. I mean, dude, let's not do that. Let's not troll as Laura's kids, whoever's doing it, okay? Because just why make her a victim? You know what I'm saying? You do that shit to her, you give her a reason to be a victim. I mean, she will granted, she will make herself the victim of just about a fucking anything, but like, why give her a fucking reason to be even more of a victim? Oh, people are using my kids. Why would you even do that?
Haters that are in there, doesn't matter. But there are a lot of subscribers in there that we share. And I honestly don't think QB would even care. But then haters come in.
Haters
that start accounts 10 minutes prior.
Oh, we heard that.
Now, as a creator,
wait, did we?
On panels, she's not exactly going to be able to check all that.
Oh, yeah, we heard this part. Sorry, because I accidentally hit the button and fast forwarded her.
But there are so many fucking rumors and lies that go on.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's go back.
Granny's watching.
All right. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out.
And I know through QB.
Okay, we got
so many fucking rumors and lies.
Oh my God, I keep.
That. But there are so many fucking rumors and lies that go on.
There's no rumors or no lies. The only rumor I could say that I've ever heard about Laura, okay, is that Laura, maybe called CPS on herself. That's the only thing that I've ever heard that's like not true about her necessarily, that we can't prove as the truth, right? But, you can question it. But that's the only quote rumor I've heard, okay? Everything else that's ever been said about her that I've ever heard was, just what she's done on here. People just reiterating shit that's already happened.
And
it is likely true, because when I reheard her fucking stream, that what would she play it like a week ago or something, or whatever, she played it recently, the call. And here's my question, and maybe somebody in chat can answer me. Was that actually a CPS call? Because I've always wondered this. The cops show up at our house, right? The cops are the ones there responding to the call, which to me means that somebody called the police, not CPS. Perhaps, she says CPS has to get involved, which I also think is weird, because I'm like, well, it wasn't like a parent on child allegation. It was a child to child allegation. So why would they get involved in that case? I feel like that's more of a criminal matter rather than a parent. I don't know, a neglect or abuse. I guess it could be seen as abuse. I don't know. I don't know how that all works. So, yeah, doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, sweetie pie. So, yeah, I do wonder that sometimes, was it actually thing? The one thing that will always fucking bother me about that call is the way she goes, what? It just sounds, so rehearsed. I'm sorry. It just does. It sounds like she knew it was coming and rehearsed the what? I don't know. Something about it just never sat quite right with me. And again, people are like, well, how could you accuse her of that? Well, again, go back to the way her mind has worked in the past, where she thought up a scheme to, and she was serious about it. When you listen to that recording of Laura talking about, I'm going to tell everybody I swallowed pills or whatever she said, and I'm going to tell them that I went to, I tried to kill myself, and I'm going to have my daughter grow up. I don't even know if that was part of the recording or came after. I don't remember. But, okay, the fact that your brain even went there, why wouldn't I think that you would do something even just as sick as that to, to yourself, to make people feel bad for you, to elicit sympathy, okay? Because that's what you were trying to do with the fake, suicide thing. You were trying to essentially elicit sympathy from people so that they would back off of you. So if people see me as a victim, they'll back away. They'll stop bothering me. But it's like at no point are you like, there's many other options. You could log off for a little bit. You could, do some self-reflection, change the way that you are, the things about yourself, which I don't think you're capable of. But I'm just saying, like, you by this point in time in your journey on YouTube, that there's certain things that you're going to do and say, you're aware of it, that are going to fucking piss people off. Why continue doing these things at this point in time? That's what I don't understand. And I'll give her a little credit that she has tried, at times to change, but she always goes back. Always. It was definitely a cop call. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a cop call. I don't even think it was a CPS call. I think it was a call to the police, not CPS.
It's like, because I don't want to.
Hey, Melanie G, good to see you around.
I don't want to spend my days going through a ton of shit to prove this and prove that and prove that. I got no time for that.
No, it's because you can't prove it, Laura. That's why.
My whole goal is not to do that in life. I never really did it on YouTube. I'm not going to start now. But it's like, we were all getting along fine. Even people.
Who was she getting along fine with?
People that didn't like me were just ignoring me, which is fine. But I feel like sometimes people forget this is YouTube. People should be able to go wherever they want to go as long as they're respectful. Like when I got blocked in Clues, I got blocked in Clues because Wispy lied. And there was no way to defend myself.
Excuse me? Is she serious right now?
So it was just like, all right, no problem. So then you have people in QB. And I put this out there before.
That's not what I heard. That's not what I heard.
You would think, because I've been asking for it for a couple of years, please show me where all.
Please show me. Here we go. Please show me. Laura.
Where I'm such this heavy liar.
Where I'm such this heavy liar? Laura, seriously? Oh my God.
Because somebody tried to say that to QB today. And I thought it was interesting. Because someone said something about lying and QB's like, how, what? And then she said it. She's like, what are you talking about?
Oh my God.
Hey, East Coast.
Oh, she went back to Laura. Oh my God. These people like Yarn. I don't fucking get you people. I mean, do you, but you're also just, what's wrong with these women? Do they have no self-respect? You know what I'm saying? Do you have no fucking self-respect? I'll tell you right now, that motherfucker ever talked to me the way that she talks to Yarn, girl, no,
They manipulate a narrative and then run.
Did she just say manipulated? Wait, what?
East Coast, they manipulate a narrative and then run with it. And not everybody can handle the truth. And not.
It's always that, we can't handle the truth. People just can't handle the truth. It's so hard to handle the truth, guys. Oh my God, this isn't going to come till Monday. Fuck. Sorry, I'm trying to order. I totally forgot. For my nails, I need this dehydrator shit, and I fucking spilled it. I spilled every bottle of this shit, or it evaporated or something. You could still add. Okay, sorry, I just had to order because I forgot. I was looking at the bottle sitting here.
Not everyone sees it the way they do. But I've been asking for years, if I'm such a liar, where are the videos? I'm not talking.
I put one out last night.
The little clips here and there. That's not what I'm talking about. And when I say little clips, altered clips or one little clip out of a huge context of stuff. So.
What? Where is there clips altered out of what? Where is any of this happening?
If I'm such a liar, then where is all this proof?
Oh my God. Somebody's like, everyone is allowed this whatever the fuck her name is. Whatever the fuck. Everyone is allowed in Laura's chat as long as they are respectful, yet other chats and creators just block. Yeah, okay, girl.
That's not...
If you simply disagree with her, she will block you.
One little tiny clip manipulated. You would think that there would be video after video after video of actual lies, not...
Is she fucking serious right now?
Laura changed her mind on something.
Yeah, everything's altered.
Or Laura admitted she got it wrong, which happens.
Dude, like, just fucking own it, Laura. It happened years ago. Own it, okay? Like, just fucking be like, you know what? Yeah, you have made the excuse several times before that. You know, I was losing my job. I was trying to put food in my kids' mouths. You've made every fucking excuse in the world as to why you've done some of the things you've done. So why not just fucking own it and be like, you know what? This was during that time. I shouldn't even give her this, but, you know, it was during that time where I just couldn't take it anymore. So I you know, message somebody to troll my daughter. Just fucking get it over with, bro. The more you try to deny this, the worse the outcome is for you. Don't you get it?
That's not a lie.
Diane word?
A lie is...
Is that how you say it?
When I lied originally about CPS, that was a lie.
Oh, that was a big lie, yeah.
Okay?
No, you lied for 4 years about it. Let's just be honest. I mean, I have clips of you saying, oh, I'd never call CPS on anybody else, when you know you did at that time.
Was a blatant fucking lie.
Oh, yes, it was.
But these people act like I do that all the time.
You do? Oh,
and I went through playlists. I went through One Win, call it as I see it.
Wait.
I don't see all these lies that they run around saying.
Is she serious, dude? So wait, let me get this straight. She just said she doesn't have time to go through all this old shit and, you know, look for all this old stuff. But now she's saying that she sat there and she looked through all these old playlists and she can't find the videos of these lies. She's like, what? I'm not lying in this. I just changed my mind. You know, like, is that what she told herself? Wow, bro.
So I'd love to fucking see them.
Wow. I mean, you can just go right on my fucking channel and watch like the last 10 videos I've made. They're all made because she's lying and because I'm correcting the lies that she is telling about me.
Playlist, you know what I saw? Clips, little tiny clips of me getting pissed off and countering back at something.
Oh, okay. That's all it was.
Most of One Wins, all of One Wins are years old.
Wendy, if you happen to listen to this later, just add like my last 10 videos that I made to your playlist so that, you know, Laura could see that her lies are addressed.
I don't remember what the context was, but
she loves this context, you know, excuse, which, look, that does happen sometimes, right? Clips are taken out of context, right? So you take this little tiny piece where you might be saying something that sounds really fucked up, but if you understood the full context of it, then you'd be like, oh, okay, well, maybe that's not really fucked up. I'm not saying that never happens, but most of the time when people are grabbing clips of her like that, like, the context is there. Call It As I See It does comprehensive videos where she shows, you know, here's what was said then and here's what's being said now. You know? So, come on, Laura. You're so full of shit, man.
One very nasty bitch this morning puts out a video and says what Laura really thinks of Clue. Let me tell you why.
Oh, that must be Wendy V. Okay.
This really bothered me.
Okay.
Clue's mom is in ICU.
Why are you telling us this? None of our business.
I can assure you, drama is the last motherfucking thing she's thinking of. The fact that you...
Okay, what does that have to do? First of all, none of us people over here watch that lady. She's not even on YouTube. Okay? I didn't watch her when she was here, and I'm definitely not going to follow her ass to fucking another platform. She ain't worth it. Okay? The little tiny bit that I heard of that lady, that when she was on, Laura was playing her the other day, I guarantee you I will never fucking leave this platform to watch that bitch. She's like, dude, the weirdest flexes in the world. She's like flexing like, better believe my parents left me and my brother. They went and got a hotel room. And we had a party. I was like, girl, you're like, I don't know how old she is, but let's just say she's between the ages of 35 and 45, okay? You're flexing about this at 40-something years old or 30-something years old. Yeah, cool story, bro. You know, I was like, oh, no wonder why Laura likes this one. You know, like the flexes she was making during Laura's live stream were fucking weird.
You did this knowing her mom's in ICU. And if you don't know her mom's in ICU, then you're disgusting and you shouldn't be trying to.
Wait, you're disgusting for not watching somebody and not knowing that their mother is in fucking ICU, Laura? You're disgusting for that? For not knowing something? Like, what?
Pick up for her anyway. So
okay.
I'm getting to that East Coast. But the fact that you put this out coming from a person who has made hate videos on QB, made hate videos on Clue, made hate videos on GW, made hate videos on Alicia.
Huh? Wait a second. When the fuck has Wendy V ever put out a video about Clue or Granny's watching? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I've never seen her really make hate videos per se. Although she has, you know, gone live and maybe talked some shit, but like most of her videos are just literally clips, not clips, like a recording of like a stream or something. What are you talking about, dude? Hate videos?
Made hate videos on Diane. I mean, Wendy's.
She did make one hate video about me where she was fucking pissed because I think I put my live stream on like private that she was trying to stream. And she's like, you fucking cunt, you know? And it was fucking hilarious. It was fucking hilarious. It was like the time when, what's her name, came after me? Sally Spencer, God rest her soul. You know, she came after me and I thought it was funny, dude. Like, I actually just laughed at it. I was like, this older woman's like trying to fight with me, you know? Like, I don't know. It was kind of funny.
Is there anyone you haven't made a hate video on? Just asking.
But like, here's the difference, okay? Me and Wendy V might have talked some shit about each other. You know, like I used to mock her. You know, I do impressions. You guys know I try to do impressions of everybody. But I'm just saying, it's nothing personal. It's just what I do. But like, I have never like, I don't. First of all, don't know anything about her real life to like talk about her real life, her family, or anything like that. But we used to just like talk shit. To me, what happened between her and I is just shit talk. You know, kept it clean, kept it on YouTube, you know, calling me a cunt. That's great. I probably can be sometimes. That doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Talking some shit. What she used to say. I was obsessed with Laura. I joined the club, dude. Like everybody says, I really don't fucking care. Not like hateful things about my husband, my family, you know, me as a mother. She's never went that low on me. She fucking said I was obsessed with Laura. Okay. I mean, if you want to think that, that's great. It doesn't fucking bother me, dude. But like, hate videos, like, oh my god, come on, Laura, that's a little intense. And like, don't get me wrong, we went back and forth with each other, but like, I don't know if I would consider the shit talking that we did the same type of shit talking that Laura does about people. That's what I'm saying. She goes really fucking low, and like, not just about your, you know, but like your looks, your family, your husband, your fucking upbringing, your weight. It goes really low, really fucking low.
Asking for a friend.
But
it's okay for you to change your mind on somebody, but nobody else.
By the way, somebody sent me a clip the other day while I'm thinking of this. Of Queen Bee, I guess she, you know, made this excuse for having Laura on her panel that she's like, oh, I run an open panel. You know, I'm not going to do her voice again. I heard she got really fucking upset about that. All right. She runs an open panel. I feel like that's such a fucking cop-out, dude. You know, like, Laura has said horrendous things about you. Not just horrendous things about you, but like, she has doxed you. She has gone over your criminal shit. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just a different level of hatred that she carries. The open panel thing, I feel like is just such a fucking cop out for like, I have no balls, you know what I'm saying? Or I have no backbone. Cause apparently, I guess from what I gathered from this, you know, small clip that I got, she was not happy that somebody had emailed her. I don't know who, but somebody had emailed her. And I guess they gave her shit for having Laura up on her panel. And she's like, well, you know, I'm trying not to do her voice. I just how I am. You know, like I run an open panel, like just mind you, I'm not trying to make fun of people. It's just like, that's how I always talk. Like, even if I'm talking to my husband and I'm talking about my brother, I do my brother's voice. Like, it's just how I am. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. just to me, that's like a cop out. It's just a fucking cop out, dude. Oh, I have an open panel. Okay, well, like I have an open chat, but I still have like limitations on like what I'll allow in my chat. If you're gonna come in here and attack other people, that's not cool. If you're gonna come in here and go after fucking people in my chat, that's not gonna be allowed, dude. It's open chat, but there's rules. You know what I'm saying? And I have standards that I'm not gonna let certain people fucking, act a certain way in my fucking chat. I just feel like when the way Laura has gone after, forget yourself, okay? If you want to forgive her, that's for you. But what about the way she's gone after B Tim and Wispy, who's supposed to be your friend? Like the things that she said about Wispy are absolutely horrendous, like just disgusting. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But do you, girl? Like, I don't know. You want to be associated with that shit? Then by all means, like, please have her up on your panel as much as possible. But I'm just saying, it's a fucking cop out. Come on, girl. Having Laura up there and then lob her silly questions after everything Laura said. I don't even know what she was asking Laura. And I'm like, how do you even take her fucking seriously at that point? Like, I don't know. But do you? Like, I look, it ain't my reputation on here. And then it sounded like she was getting very defensive because apparently it upset other people, and they were telling her. And she's like, don't email me, stay out of my inbox. And I'm like, well, girl, like, if you don't want feedback from your audience, like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't understand why you're even putting this out. No, to be honest with you, I haven't even looked. I don't even know your point in putting this out other than you're just such a hateful cunt.
Laura, don't worry about it. If you have apologized, I know it was at you for a while. I can't understand forgiving you, but everyone needs to move on. Huh?
That your plan A didn't work, so now you're going to turn to plan B?
Who is she talking about?
I don't know what she's talking about. I've never done a fucking thing to you, ever. I could see if I did something to you.
Oh my God, dude, with this shit.
I've never even done anything to you. That's what a miserable fucking bitch you are.
Oh my God.
And all you little clan over there want to use CPS. That's the reason. Bitch, you don't even fucking like MM. So stop with the
Bitch, you don't even fucking like MM. Okay, you know what, Laura? I don't know if you know this, but you don't have to like me in order to think that CPS is wrong. Okay? I know, novel idea. You don't have to I don't like you at all, but I think it's wrong if people called CPS on you. Then I think that's fucking wrong, dude. When Molly Golightly got a call, I thought that was fucking wrong. That girl Flavor, okay, called, what did she call the school or some shit? I called her ass out when that happened. I'm like, why are we calling her kid's school? I do not like Molly Golightly. I think that's pretty obvious. But I still called it out, dude. You don't have to like the person to be against, something like that. Like, what the fuck does that even have to do with anything?
CPS excuse. You don't like him.
It's not an excuse, though.
Ma'am, you don't like.
And here we go again. Laura's talking about this shit because she cannot shut the fuck up about it.
You went after Alicia for God knows how long. So let's stop the bullshit of everyone's so righteous but me. Go fuck yourself.
Okay, here's the difference though, Laura. Wendy V has not talked about me in probably 3 fucking years, okay? So it's not like she could have not liked me during those 3 years, but we were not actively fighting with each other during the last 3 years, 2 years tops. I mean, maybe she made a comment here or there, but it's not like we weren't at each other's fucking throats for the last 3 years. So I'm over 3 years ago what she said about me, dude. I don't fucking care. Honestly, the worst thing I even remember her saying about me is that, I'm obsessed. You're obsessed with her. Whatever, dude. Who gives a fuck if you think that? To anybody. I don't care what you think. I don't like mommy ramblings really at all. But if someone went, is she still around? If someone went after her kids, I think they were disgusting. No, Laura doesn't remember that. She doesn't understand that. Yeah, she doesn't understand that she fucking did what she did, dude. For no reason.
But more importantly, one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to deny that a year ago I didn't like Clue. I'm not going to deny.
You actually did. I wish I knew where it was, but the other, a stream you did like last week, you literally said you never talked shit about her. I remember it because I was playing it on my live and I was like, what? I'm like, you never talked shit about her? Like, girl, stop.
Whether you put that out or not, I don't think it was a fucking secret. And to tell you the truth, I don't think she gave a fuck. I don't think she gives a fuck now. But that goes back to my old thing. I could still like someone, whether they like me or not, doesn't matter to me. But a lot of people have told me, hey.
But isn't she always the one? Like, she does this all the time. Oh, Janelle doesn't like Makeup Mobster. She just said this the other day. And I'm like, okay, Laura, maybe when she was in your chat, she didn't like me, but she likes me now. All right. So what, like, and I like her. I always liked Janelle. I honestly did, even if she didn't like me, because I thought, you know, she never like went like hard on shit talking from what I remember, but even if she did, it's like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't care, dude. I just don't fucking care that much.
Give her a chance. You might like her. Give her a chance. The girl that bought her candles said, give her a chance. So Wendy V has this written 6 months ago. How do I already know that's bullshit? I didn't watch the whole video. I watched a minute, like the first minute. How do I already know that's bullshit? Because the very first thing that I say in it, and I do believe it's clipped together.
Oh my God.
But the very first thing I say in it is, I think Clue is trash. She fucking goes after Britney every day.
And not for nothing, whoever this East Coast mama is, I don't know if it's the same person as East Coast Beauty, but they're saying that, you know, they can understand me not forgiving Laura, but everybody else needs to move on. Why? Who the fuck are you to tell everybody to move on? If they don't want to. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm gonna stand against that shit always. So I'll never move on. I don't care who it's to. If it happened to Laura, if it happened to fucking anybody on here, I stand against it. And I'll never move on from that. I'm always gonna stand against people fucking going after, you know, somebody's fucking kid who isn't on the platform. The fuck? And wasting, you know, fucking government authorities' times when they could be helping out other people. You know, there's a kid out there that actually needs that fucking service, and you're wasting their time because you're fucking hurt feelings. Are you kidding me, dude? There's a kid out there that needs the fucking service. Actually needs it. But you're wasting their time. Nobody looks at that aspect of anything, right? That you're taking resources away from people that actually fucking need them and putting it towards something for some YouTube bullshit. Did the hours that they spent at my house talking to me, my husband, my kid, they could have been helping a kid that actually fucking needed help that day. So some kid that actually needed their fucking services and their resources. Laura doesn't understand this, okay? And I don't think other people do. They don't just come to your house and question you. They have to go to your child's doctor's office, which is fucking embarrassing. Okay. So my kid's doctor's office had to get contacted. The school. Okay. And they asked if they could go to his fucking camp. I said, absolutely not, dude. But they go to the doctor. So the doctor now knows that you got to fucking call. Okay. So it's fucking mortifying because they're going all over the place, you know, asking questions about you as a fucking parent when you didn't do anything wrong. Okay, so it's embarrassing for me, it's embarrassing for my husband, and it's embarrassing for my fucking kid. But when they're not here questioning you and spending time with you and your family, they have to conduct an investigation, okay? So they go to the doctor, that's part of their investigation. So they're wasting an exorbitant amount of time during the, you know, the time. It took over, I think it was like a month. It was like 60 days until we got like the letter that said it was unfounded call. Because they have to conduct an investigation. So I don't know what Laura doesn't understand about this. You are taking time away. The time that they're spending, the resources in those, you know, agencies are limited as it is in every fucking state, in every fucking county. Okay. You're taking the limited resources that these fucking agencies have, and you are just wasting their fucking time, dude. Wasting their fucking time when they could be helping somebody who actually fucking needs the help. That's what fucking, she doesn't see that. She doesn't care. She doesn't care that she's wasting fucking people's time. It's not just my time. It's not just me and my husband who were affected by this and my kid. You wasted other people's fucking time, dude. And you took away from somebody else who actually fucking needed something. because they had to go to my kid's doctor's office and my kid's fucking school. And you know what I'm saying? That's wasting their fucking time. Their fucking time, too. But she don't give a fuck about that because her feelings were hurt. Her feelings were hurt. She don't care that there was another kid out there whose parents were told, well, you gotta wait because we're investigating this right now. Okay? Or, I'm sorry, not a parent, a kid that was told, oh, sorry, we're busy. Okay? They already have very limited resources and you're wasting their fucking time. Wasting their fucking time. There was a huge case here just a couple of years ago about this where this kid, Thomas Valva, died because of, and the CPS like office was held negligent because, again, they're understaffed, they're under-resourced as it is, and this kid ended up fucking dying when he should have been removed from the fucking home. But because they don't have the resources, they blew it. They fucking blew it and left this kid in the care of this guy that their dad that they shouldn't have been with. The kid should have never been with him. And there was so much evidence. In fact, my friend was involved in this case, and there was so much evidence of abuse happening in this case. But you know what? Let's waste their fucking time. Let's waste their fucking time. Yes, the kid in the garage. But nobody thinks of that. You don't think about that. You don't think about how it's affecting other people and they're taking the time away from people that actually fucking need the services.
Wouldn't say that.
Because it's not just Laura likes to make, there's like 5 minutes. They're in your house for 5 minutes. It's not 5 minutes. They sat down with me for an hour. They sat down with my husband for an hour. And then, I don't know if people realize this either, okay? My kid, I couldn't sit there me and my husband, we couldn't sit there while my kid was being questioned. They pull you can't do that. So they pull your kid out by himself. And like, I know, I don't want to say he's traumatized because he's not, but I'm just saying, like, could you imagine being a kid that young and having this stranger adult, pulling you away from your fucking parents and isolating you so that they could talk to you and ask you like weird questions? Like, and everybody's like, Laura and her fucking buddy Burgundy like to make excuses for it. But like, dude, I know if I was a kid, I would be fucking nervous about that shit. So, fucking assholes. She's a fucking asshole. But nobody thinks about all that shit, right? Nobody thinks about all that shit. You have to sit there and fucking be isolated from your fucking kid watching this.
6 months ago.
And like her kids were old enough to understand that. My kid wasn't. He's, you know what I'm saying? And again, he's fine. Thank God. But I'm just saying, he's fucking, why did he even have to go through that? Like, why did the people that were investigating this have to sit there and waste their fucking time investigating something that went nowhere? But again, she doesn't care about other people. You need to actually care about other people to see this and to realize that, oh shit, I wasted these people's fucking time. Everybody's time, everybody involved. My doctor had to take time out of his fucking day. Not my doctor, Jesse's doctor. The school, all these people had to waste time on it. That's why it's a fucking crime, dude. That's why it's a fucking crime. She doesn't understand. It costs money to do this shit. These people are getting paid to do this.
Because I was going after Brittany already.
You don't have to apologize, Tyra. You didn't do it.
Had to be 8 or more months ago. Because again, I wouldn't have said that if...
Does it really matter if it was 8 months ago or 6 months ago? Does it really fucking matter at this point, Laura?
I wouldn't have made it an issue that she was going after Brittany if I was going after Brittany. So right there, there's bullshit right there. I'm going to say this again for the final time. I never, and I mean never, used my daughter's name to troll. Ever.
You know what? Maybe she didn't. Maybe it was another person that she messaged. Okay. When that person didn't answer, maybe Laura messaged somebody else. She went down the line. Ooh, who could I get to troll as my daughter?
I have no problem owning my shit.
No, you do, because you haven't owned. I own everything except for things that you say during false CPS calls that you make. You don't own shit, Laura.
I have no problem owning things I say, what I do wrong. I'm not owning something that I didn't do based on fabricated fucking screenshots.
They're not fabricated, dude.
I've already proven they're fabricated.
You have not proven anything. Wendy, she knows that Wendy showed the entire thing. And the fact that she's sitting here lying and then asking, when do I lie, is unbelievable. Unfucking believable.
The only proof they had that this was real was a picture of my candles.
My question is, why is a woman in another state trying to get attention of a woman that 20 years younger than her? Because she doesn't have any other way to make money.
That's a Intrepid Candle Company. I never said I didn't have an Instagram. I never said I was an Intrepid Candle Company. I never had the Intrepid Candle Company. It just said Intrepid Candle Company.
No, I proved it. Go watch my video.
But regardless, I am tired of creators.
That's funny.
Giving any kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Any kind of validation to these assholes and not asking for proof.
What? Who's doing that? The proof is in the video, dude.
Even if they're your friends, just ask for proof of things. But they will, though, Lacey Ann. They will. But they will when creators stop allowing them.
If they're real, they'll show a goddamn screen record of the thread.
To just run with whatever fucking narrative they choose to run with.
Found you through soup. This is one maniac who, like the beast, was terminated from here. Has zero business being on here at all. She's desperate. No one wants those nasty candles to hear her lies. Well, welcome.
QB accused me this morning of, what was it?
Oh my God, Laura.
Of saying something about she hits her children or that she choked out her children. I specifically remember sticking up for QB.
You never stuck up for her, Laura.
And saying
Did I just say stuck up? Stuck up.
Not to say that kind of shit. If I was mad at some point and said it at some point.
Oh my God.
Okay, I was pissed off and I said it.
It's always the excuse. Okay, well, I was pissed off and I said it.
But I also stuck up.
And Laura, shouldn't you start noticing the trend here that, like, you get pissed off and say things a lot where, like, the rest of us, like, I mean, dude, we all have emotions, right? Like, everybody here gets pissed off every once in a while. But, like, it's the reaction that you have all the time where it's just, like, so fucking over the top, dude. Like, just start thinking a little bit, you know?
A lot.
But she's not gonna.
I stuck up for her against Sinner. But more importantly, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Oh my God.
And I have stuck up for her.
Yeah, she spoke mad shit on everybody.
I didn't think
beyond just like shit talk, like, oh, you're an asshole and this and that. It's beyond shit talk, dude. It's beyond YouTube shit talk.
Thank you, Lacey, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she was fighting with Sinner, so she did stick up for QB, but only to go against Sinner's narrative. Exactly. It's never, dude. It's you know what I find so weird about her? She's always like the other day, she's like, you know, going after this person and she's kind of sticking up for Britney. And it's just like, she doesn't even know where she stands on anything. It's crazy. Yeah, learn how to control your emotions.
Example, she don't like you, so she's going to believe everything.
What?
And I get that. But I don't really like her either. And I don't do that.
What?
No, I'll go back to people were questioning me and have such an issue with things I said.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
I didn't tell an abused victim they should get beat by their boyfriend.
You did, though, Laura. You said this about Tiffany years ago. And at the time, I wasn't even friends with her, and I thought it was disgusting. And you said it about somebody else more recently. I can't remember who it is. But she always does this. Like, she's like, oh, I didn't tell somebody to stick a needle in their arm and die like MM did. And I'm like, first of all, Laura, I never said and die. Never said that. Okay. But besides that, you have to go back to 2020 to find something fucked up that I said to somebody. And I don't need to do that. I can find just like literally a month ago, I think it was, that you said something about Britney taking the guns, you know, that she had laying around. Like, girl, stop it. Stop it.
I didn't fucking, I didn't call Jones's kid a fuck stick.
A fuck stick. Like, really, Laura? Come on. I mean, worse things have happened.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, we all make our mistakes. We've all fucking said shit.
Yeah, now we all know why you were beat. Yep, that's what she said.
We shouldn't have said. I We absolutely have. Every single one of us has. And here's my thing on that, Samantha. Don't you think if I had...
So this Samantha person writes, I hope that's not true because Queen's my friend. I really hope you didn't say that.
It would have been everywhere.
She did.
Look at the haters now. Don't you think that would have been put out by now?
Wow.
I can't breathe without somebody grabbing it.
That's hilarious. Brittany can't breathe, literally, without you fucking talking about it.
I can't breathe.
Nobody's clipping her like that anymore, by the way. Like, nobody's doing that anymore. Most people have moved on and don't even listen to her.
Without somebody making a video of it. So to think that wouldn't have...
Kool-Aid is served after this brainwashing.
Been caught, if it was me, absolutely would have been out there. Because I know that there are tons of videos.
It's probably on my channel somewhere.
Of everything I've ever said, everything I've ever done. They make up shit. It's fake shit, real shit.
Where's all this made up shit? Where is all this made up shit?
It doesn't matter. I fought with Sinner over that. And I said on my live multiple times, people even said to me, why are you sticking up for her? Why are you sticking up for her? Why are you going to stick up for her? She don't like you. And I agree with you, Sam. Totally agree.
Nobody lies about her ever.
And the fact that there is no video of it out there.
Oh, I'm sure we can find it.
To me, I'm going to stick with what I say. And do I remember everything I ever said when I'm fighting with someone? Fuck no.
Fighting. When is she actually fighting with people, though? Most of the time it's just her talking shit and she's not actually fighting with somebody.
Yeah, Sinner has lied about it from day one. Now, I tell you what I would say. If she just went on a rant about me and I said something in retaliation, that may have happened. I'm not going to sit
here
and deny that. But I do remember specifically being on my panel and sticking up for her more times than she's ever stuck up for me.
I'm not kinder. I just don't feel like wasting my fucking time with her is worth it for a slap on the wrist, if that's what you're referring to, social feed. Like, everybody's always like, oh, well, why don't you press charges against Laura for this? First of all, I don't even know if it has surpassed the statute of limitations, but at the end of the day, dude, she'll get a little tiny slap on the wrist, and you know what? It's not really worth it. Like, at the end of the day, to drag myself and my family through, through all this for what? For Laura to get a little slap on the wrist? That it's not gonna teach her anything. People think it's gonna teach her some type of lesson, and I'm like, you don't understand. This is a person who consistently, I've been watching, right? Who consistently shows that no matter what happens to her, she doesn't seem to learn from her mistakes, So I don't think that something like that is going to even teach her any type of lesson from the mistake that she made. She will then turn that around and be like, oh, well, you're trying to ruin my life. You're trying to ruin my name. You know what I'm saying? Just like, look what she does to her baby daddy. Who fucking brought her to court and had this whole big fight with her and everything. Like, it's like, she's never at fault, dude. I mean, just the other day, she was live and she's like, I gained weight because of the drama community. I mean, she couldn't even take responsibility for her own fucking overeating, dude. This is a person who cannot take responsibility for any of their wrongdoings in their life, right? So even if she's charged with something, she will blame the police. She will blame the prosecutor. Everything's going to be a witch hunt for her. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to change anything, right? What happened already. It already happened. I can't go back and change it now. So really, what is it going to do for me? That's what I have to look at. It's not about her. For her, I know it's not going to do anything. I know it's not going to change anything for her. And it's only going to further victimize her in her eyes. And then she's going to have another reason to be a victim of me. Okay. But for me personally, it's a waste of fucking time for me because I'm not going to get anything out of it. I'm not going to get, oh, okay, what? Laura had to pay a $300 fine. She's not going to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, is it really fucking worth that she's gonna have to throw some money at a fucking, the Suffolk County court and pay them? Nah, not really worth it. I don't even know if they would even fucking waste their time, to be quite honest with you. So it's just not even worth it. I know people want to see justice. I get it. Trust me. I would love to see it too, but I just know that it's not gonna fucking satisfy the justice. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna get a little slap on the wrist because it's a first time offense for her here. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna fucking come of it. Hey, Tiff. So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't see anything even coming of it or coming out of it. What good is it gonna do for me? Okay, so yeah, I brought Laura to fucking court. Well, it's not me. It's not me that would be pressing charges. It would be the state of New York pressing charges against her, you know? But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's over, That would be, to me, that would just be dragging it out when I just want to really move on from it. And she fucking, she won't let that happen because she fucking she fucking will be the victim. She will be the victim of the police. She will be the victim of everybody, dude. So I can't. It's a waste of time, dude. It's just a waste of time.
Why? Because it's the right thing to do. Does that mean I never spoke shit about her? Absolutely not. Does it mean that we got to be besties? Absolutely not. Are we different people? Absolutely. Do I hate her? No, I don't. Do I not like some of the things she's done and said? Of course. And that goes vice versa. But I feel like people are expecting more out of me than they're ever going to get.
Well, that's the one thing I guess is true.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, well, it makes perfect sense to those of us who know you.
I don't see anybody else being held to a fire the way I am. Not even Brittany. I don't see.
Wait, is she serious with
that?
What
I do see is.
I don't know how much more I could fucking take listening to this shit.
People from the past, that was years ago. It doesn't matter what was said 3 years ago. It's only matter, what you said recently. Granny says it all the time. Granny has changed.
I don't know. I don't watch Granny's watching. I guess, like, whatever, dude.
Well, she's not the only one that's changed. And, in all fairness, I see a lot of people not allowing Granny to change. I see the same shit. Some of the same people.
Oh, sorry. I would love for her to list off the ways in which she actually changed, like, like, how did you change exactly? I would really like to know how you changed from your perspective, because I don't see the change. So I'm wondering if maybe she could fill us in and tell us, her growth, the growth that she's had. Cause I don't know. I don't see it.
That go after her also come after me.
And a child may have died by abuse over Laura's call. No, I wouldn't go that far, Pugs, but that's a little drastic. I don't think a kid could have died. I'm just saying you're taking time away where they could be investigating something else, something more important than wasting their time with something that doesn't exist, looking into something that doesn't exist. There's kids out there who actually need these services. Okay. And when you're making false calls, it's just like the cops, right? It's like, let me call the cops when I don't really need them and have all the cops in the town at my house when there's a crime being committed across, the town. Why would you even do that? I want to be dramatic about it. Like, I don't think anybody's going to die because Laura made a fucking call, but like you're wasting time, dude. You're wasting resources and you're wasting time. That's just the fact that's what it is, It's exactly what it is. And when it comes down to it, it's all because of your hurt feelings, dude. That you wasted all these people's times. And at no point in time has she ever even said that, oh, I'm sorry that I did that to these, even the people that work for CBS. Yeah, they're getting paid, but you're wasting their fucking time, dude. You're wasting valuable resources that are already always understaffed. she denying the Wendy V video. I don't know. I can't even listen to her anymore, to be honest with you. I got my fill of hearing her a little bit on Wendy's and this. Like it's just like torture at this point. But she's not denying it. She's absolutely owning it. But, I just don't understand. If you thought somebody was white trash, right? And you're like, oh, you're a loser and everything you say about you, like all the things that she said on Wendy V's video about this girl Clue, why would you want to then be friends with her if you think all this shit about her, that she's white trash? I don't know. It's just like, look, it goes to show the motive there is that, we all know, anybody who's been around in this community for a long time, right? We all know that she's just going to go where the money and the attention is always, right? So if that means somehow getting herself into this like new community where she sees that these people are getting thousands upon thousands of views and people in their chat, that's what she's been chasing after for so long. Laura's been chasing after the fucking dream of becoming this $100,000 subscriber YouTube channel, right? I don't know how she could still even think that's fucking possible at this point. It's like, girl, you would have to burn your channel to the ground, change your fucking name, okay? Get a voice changer and just start from scratch. I don't know how she thinks she's going to get 100,000 fucking subscribers doing drama, dude. That's like delusional thinking right there. The drama is temporary, dude. Unless you're covering like the type of drama that people actually want to like that more people have an interest in, like the T channels that cover like whether it's like TikTok drama or, even that's probably a little short-lived, but you know what I'm saying? Like celebrity gossips, those types of drama quote channels, right? Then I get it. Influencer drama, that's a real big thing right now. People covering all these different influencers, but like these little sectors, we're not the only little drama sector. There's a million of them on YouTube. I have like random lives popping up in my, feed all the time. I'm like, I don't even know these people. Why is this coming in my feed? Because there's a million little drama sectors all over YouTube, right? Where there's like maybe like, 1,000 people in this little community that are listening to other people talk shit about other people, So this isn't the only one, but you're never going to reach 100,000 subscribers doing this. Like, I think it's funny sitting back and kind of watching these channels and thinking like, dude, you guys are making money now, which is great for now. But for the long term, you need to find a plan B because this shit ain't going to last forever. This is not going to last forever. You're going to have to, if you want to stay on YouTube and you want to make it somewhere, you need to get the fuck out of this community. Stop talking about these people, the Granny, fucking Queen Bee, Sinner, whoever it is. Okay. I'm just rattling off names, but I'm just saying Brittany, there's only so long that people are going to want to listen to that shit. And then people are going to start, moving on and going on to other things. That's just how it is. Okay. It's like this YouTube cyclic, right? What she's going to continue doing is just latching on to more and more and more and more and more people. And then getting into those little communities. And then, what she's doing now, just grabbing subscribers. Oh, Brittany, some of Brittany's haters are going to come over and come in my chat. And, that's how she's been surviving on YouTube since her Making a Murderer days. She's just been pretty much hopping from like, okay, Molly Golightly came around. Oh, she's getting views. Let me hop on that train. Betty's getting views. Oh, let me hop on that train. What else has she jumped on? I mean, think about it. Think how many different people, right, and places she has hopped onto to try to like get herself into the mix somehow, whether it's, fighting with the people or befriending them. I think at this point in time, she pretty much gave up trying to befriend people. I don't know. I don't even know anymore because like it never works out for her when she tries to jump into these new communities and befriend people. It always ends up fucking just going nowhere for her. She gets blocked. She gets fucking, fought with. Like, it's like, girl, like, could you just keep friends? Like, what's the matter with you? Why can't you keep friends ever? Oh yeah, Natasha Cooper. She tried jumping on that. She tried jumping on what's her name? I'm gonna turn her off because I gotta get off here in a couple of minutes anyway. I don't know why this thing's spinning on here. But what was that other girl? Oh, Miss Fucking Wonderful. Try jumping on that shit when that girl was like big and getting a lot of views and everything like that. Every single time she has tried to jump from, who is getting attention and how can I get a piece of it. That's basically what she's been doing since she's been on YouTube. That's basically what she has done. She has followed whoever the fuck she could get attention from on YouTube. And I'm like, girl, that's just it's never gonna work. You're never gonna get 100 subscribers. It could temporarily keep you, I guess with views and, sustain you in some sense, right? But never to the point where you're gonna get 100,000 people, watching you. Even like, she always brags about, I got 22,000 subscribers. Do you really think that those 22,000 people are still watching you, or if they're even real? But like, I'm going to say less than a quarter of those people are probably watching your channel currently. I mean, you could just look at your views, right? If you have 22,000 subscribers, allegedly, you're going to have views that somewhat match that, It's like, girl, you get ratio at every time, Yeah, she's always chasing the dream. She's always chasing the dream. She had the little success that she had off of making a murderer, but like, dude, those days are gone, Laura. Those, first of all, YouTube has changed since then. That's 10 years ago. There's now TikTok. There's now, this new format that people like to listen to, shorter formats. Not everybody's into these long, drawn out live streams. Like, things evolve and change. That was back in the days when you uploaded videos. You didn't even go live. You uploaded videos. It was a lot easier to hit. Now you got TikTok. Now you got all these different places that people are, making money from and discussing things. It's very hard. Unfortunately, she's not there yet. I really do wish. I know, me too. I heard she went to like a rehab or something. A detox, not sure why. I saw a clip on Wendy V's. I don't care. I don't follow her. I know people might disagree with me here, but like, I really do think she's fucking entertaining, MFW. Like, I think she has a entertaining personality. She's engaging. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has an ability where I feel like she can really capture people and like keep them watching her. And it's really sad that, she's funny, she's engaging. It sucks that, she has this problem, this drinking problem. Drinking problem is probably one of the hardest things besides like a heroin and addiction to kick, dude, because it's so accessible, And I think she obviously has some demons. But the biggest problem is that, like, when you're in a situation like that, you have to want to get clean. And she has expressed, because I've seen clips of her, she doesn't want to get clean, So, I mean, it's never going to be successful unless you actually want it. Hold on a second. Anyone? Oh, shit. I gotta see. My friend's asking if we want to go out tonight. I know. I would feel like shit if I drank too. I mean, well, once in a blue moon, but when we drink, I drink high noons. Like, they don't even give you a buzz barely. Because that's the only thing that I could drink and wake up the next day and not feel like shit from. Because I can't stand like wine and what do you call it? All these other things. Like, I can't. I hate feeling hungover, dude. Like, that's the worst feeling in the world. MFW wants to get clean enough to keep her new sugar daddy. Oh, she has a boyfriend. I mean, it's sad, I do think that she could she has like potential to like, you know what I'm saying, to like get somewhere in life if she would get her act together. But I think there's probably some things that are from maybe her past or something, demons, you know what I'm saying, things that have maybe happened to her, some trauma, and like she just can't, she can't get over it. It's sad. They spend all day and night on this app, pop up in people's live chats when they're being reviewed. Like, do you ever log off? It's not healthy at all. Spend time. No, dude, some of these people never get off this fucking thing. Or they like, I mean, I'm on YouTube pretty much like all day because I'm listening to something always. But like, no, these people are keeping up with this drama 24/7, dude. And it is like a whole job to do that, honestly. Like, I can't keep up with it. I don't care to keep up with it. You know, these like all these different people and all this different drama and who's fighting with who doesn't like this one. And can I ask why the fuck Laura is accusing Jay is for justice? It's almost as stupid as her thinking that I am just facts, okay? This like, person who's been around this community for fucking since like the beginning. Why does she think that I'm just facts? I can't even wrap my head around that one. But why does she think that Jay is for justice would be trolling as Laura? It's pretty fucking obvious because Wendy V was just saying, and if you guys watched all my videos about the fucking Kayla account, the Rachel accounts, the Alicia accounts, it's pretty obvious where the trolls are coming from. There's a small little sector, a small little group of people that were once friends with Laura, that were like her closest little allies, okay? And they want to pretend that like everybody else is obsessed with Laura. Oh my God, you guys are so obsessed with Laura. But I can guarantee you they're all in a Discord somewhere typing about her and talking shit about us collectively. But you know what I'm saying? Those people are the people that I believe, not all of them, but there's maybe one or two of them that are behind these troll accounts. It's the only thing that makes sense because there's only certain they keep changing the names on the troll accounts, and the troll accounts are against like Alicia, right? They have a troll account of Alicia. And then I heard that one of those troll accounts, somebody said in Wendy's chat, turned into a troll account doxing Brittany's father-in-law. So who's keeping up with that? You know what I'm saying? Interesting. Yeah, like I don't think Jay for Justice is even interested in trolling Laura or why would Jay for Justice troll Alicia? Like make that one make sense. Or like make a fucking troll account. Whoever it is, it's somebody who is like has kept up with every bit of fucking drama that has happened in this community since like the inception of it. Like, you know, it's somebody who's kept up with every little fucking thing. Because they bring up, like, they always reference, and that's how I always know it's the same person. They always reference some like old shit that happened. Somebody put a screenshot the other day. I don't know if it was on Laura's thing or somebody's post or whatever, but I'm like, they're referencing, what the fuck was it? I can't remember now, but they're referencing something that was so old that I was like, oh, this person's been around the whole time. They mentioned two people. I can't remember who it was though now. Fuck. Oh, something about Hummingbird. They were saying in somebody's chat, it was something about like something about Hummingbird. I can't remember exactly what they said. I don't know. But I'm like, yeah, like this person, like, think about it. Hummingbird hasn't been around for years. Like she moved on. She went, you know, she moved on with her life. God bless her, you know, and they were referencing her. So I'm like, okay, whoever this was, they were around at the time when Hummingbird was in Laura's chat, obviously. And they were saying my friend, which I thought was interesting because they probably were friends with her at one point in time while she was still in Laura's chat. But you're going back to like 2021 when that was the case. So like, or 2020, something like that. Yeah, 2021. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like somebody who's been around and they know the history here. They know the lore, so to speak, right? UA thinks Jay is behind the fake UA account. It's also not Jay. Jay is not worried about UA either. No, I don't think it's her. Yeah, Jay is not worrying about people in this community. And I know it's not her because I'm like, girl, like you can say what you want about Jay's for Justice, but she's been like doing her own thing on her own channel. Do you really think she's had time to keep up with like the bullshit in the drama community? Like, I just don't see it, dude. And I'm like, the more Laura tries to like point the finger at other people, right, away from herself, the more it kind of seems like it's either Laura, somebody that's in her group, or it's this other little offspring group from Laura that was friends with Laura. That's who all these trolls accounts are. And it's the same person because they just kept like continually changing fucking names on the accounts. And it's so obvious because their brand of trolling is the same all the time. They'll like go in and say like weird shit in the chat. Like they'll put like two people together. Like they'll be like, oh, you know, well, Ash I always say your fucking number backwards, dude. I swear to God, I have like a fucking dyslexia when it comes to Ash. I don't know what it is. Like they'll be like, oh, Ash, and Republican Ash. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll like make some stupid thing that like never happened, but they'll use two people together. I don't know. Or like they'll say something from like that happened years ago, you know? Like some stupid thing that happened years ago. And I'm like, oh my God, like this person's obviously been around for a really fucking long time. So yes, Mandy does. I have a lot of the old links too, though. Think about it, Tiffany. Me and you had a million fucking links, right? Me and Beefergs had a million links. And I'm going back to like way back in the day. A lot of those are gone. But I have links to, what do you call it? I have links to all the fucking, I don't have the link to that account, the new one, I guess. I have links though to so many troll accounts because they were trolling me. They were trolling fucking Laura. They were trolling, I'm not Laura, Alicia. They were trolling John, right? So it's like pretty obvious who was, pretty obvious where they were coming from. And like, dude, I don't fight with that many fucking people, so if you're trolling with me, I know that it's either coming from pretty much here. Here's how it goes. So if you're trolling me, you're either coming from Laura's group or you're coming from fucking Tracy's friends. Sorry, but that's the truth. That's where you're coming from. Because I know how it works, dude. There's little fucking groups and, that's how it is. It's either your fucking Laura's friends or somebody who's friends with fucking Tracy at this point in time. So it's like, wait, what? Is that like she always calls BB he him? I think Laura's just a fucking idiot when she calls Burgundy a he. I honestly do. Because she's like, oh, it's a he. Yeah, Laura, really? Like, there is no fucking he. She said it, the person's from my real life. And I'm like, Laura, there's no he that I fight with in my real life that would be trolling me. Like, I haven't fought with a guy. Like, why would a guy from my real life be trolling me? Like, who the fuck could that even be? I don't know if she's trying to suggest it's my husband or my brother or something. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck she's even thinking. Like, oh, a he from my real life? Like, so odd that she said that. No, it's not Bad Wolf. It's definitely not Bad Wolf. It's not a he. It's definitely a girl. It's a woman. You just tell by the way things are fucking written. I don't know why Laura does that, but like her son, like I think Laura's just an idiot, but her son misgenders the dog, yelled at her for misgendering the dog all the time. Like she's an idiot. But I think that Laura knows who it is probably just because, or she's calling it a he to distance herself from the fucking account. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, don't look in this direction. Look there. It's a he. It must be a he from your real life. Laura tends to do that when she knows things. She tries to like misdirect you into like looking the other way. Like, oh, shit. Now, instead of me thinking of who it actually is, Laura's like, oh, I'll say it's a he from her real life. This way, she gets paranoid about people in her real life. But I'm like, dude, it's not. There's absolutely nobody in my real life who would fucking be that angry with me except one person, and it's not a he, but there's nobody else in my real life, dude. I don't have fucking issues with people in my real life. I don't fucking fight with people in my real life. Like, I don't have any problems. Anybody that I would think that would be me, that would, be me. That would do that to me. There's not one person that would fucking do that to me in my real life, except one fucking person. They're not even in my life, but like, that's the only person I could think of that it would be if it was from my real life, which I don't think it is, because clearly nobody from my real life is going to go after Alicia, too. That doesn't even make sense. So it's obviously somebody from YouTube, It's somebody from YouTube. But it's not a guy. I never had fucking problems with guys on here, unless it's one of Laura's friends, like her fucking little weirdo friends, like Adrian. But I don't think it's him either. I remember someone was trolling Sapphire Jules, and Laura said it was a man in her life, too. It's what she does. She's likely behind all the troll account in some way or another. I don't know if Laura has the fucking like skill to pull this off for this length of time without fucking giving herself away 100 times. Although there was like somebody had put out a screenshot that Laura like sent them their logins, right? And it said Laura's name and then Burgundy, but it looked really fake. It was like really badly done. So I don't think it was a real screenshot. This was going back a while ago. But I don't know, could it be her? Could it be a friend of hers? Obviously. Nobody's gonna defend Laura like Laura's gonna defend Laura, right? She defends herself under troll accounts. She's been caught so many fucking times, you know, going into various chats, mine, whoever else. So could it possibly be her? I'd be shocked if she was able to pull this off for this long without completely giving herself away. There's one reason why I think it's not her, and I'm like 99% sure it's not her. I'm not gonna say, but it's a pretty valid reason for not thinking of her. Well, there's a few reasons why I don't think it's actually her, but I definitely think it's somebody who's like associated with her. If they're not associated with her, no, it's definitely not Bad Wolf. The little bit that they do show about themselves gives me a lot of information to be able to fucking eliminate quite a few people. I'll put it like that. So I do keep everything. Nah, I don't think it's Capone. I mean, it would be crazy if it was him because like he was fighting with them for quite a period of time. So now he's blocked. I blocked him. I can't deal with him. No, Badger Mayhew is awesome. I don't know if he's around anymore. I don't think it's a guy. I never had any problems with any guys on here. So I'm like, why would a guy do this to me unless they're in love with Laura? But oh my god. There's no other men. The only other men is the guy Adrian and I think that's it. I don't even think that. I think Laura's just an idiot. She probably just thinks it's a he because it's like a troll. She just thinks like, oh, he troll, But no, I don't think it's her kid. I hope not. I don't think it's her kid. I mean, dude, like that takes a tremendous amount of dedication to be like doing this daily. You know what I'm saying to me? For like 2 years straight. This person woke up at they had a routine. They woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning. They fucking wrote like these crazy posts. I mean, they just lie the person. They lie nonstop. It's like insane. I mean, even today, they're like so mad that like I'm not fighting with Wendy V. Meanwhile, I'm like, I haven't fought with Wendy V in years, but like they're very upset that I'm not fighting with Wendy V anymore, you know? Which also kind of gives them away a little bit more because like, whose group is upset about that right now? Let me think. It's kind of weird, right? Because Laura was just talking about it on her live stream too. But anyway, they're like, oh, they said something like I make money off of my I guess the Molly Gorshi channel. They're like very obsessed with this channel. It had 12 videos on it, and I'm like, dude, that channel is not monetized and never was. I only have this channel that's monetized. It's the only channel that I have that's monetized. They're like, but they lie. They have to make up lies to fucking like I don't know, make me look worse than Laura, but I'm like, even the lies that you do make up don't even make me still look worse than her. So they just lie about everything. They lie about everything. They said like I'm making money off of I don't remember exactly how they said it. Hold on. I'll have to read it to you guys because it's kind of funny. But they're very bothered whenever I make peace with somebody. They get very upset about it, which is fucking weird. Because they want, well, I know it's not that weird, I guess, when their whole motive is to get everybody to hate me. Like, so it's like, oh my God, like they're going to ruin my life. But their whole motive, I guess, is to try to get everybody to hate me the way that they hate Laura. So, that's their motive. I mean, they got a long way to go. They've been at this for 2 years and they haven't really convinced, I don't think anybody. I don't think they've actually, like, I haven't seen any person that's gone over to their channel and been like, you know what, Burgundy, I was an supporter for years, but now you have changed my mind. Like not one person has said that. So far, the only people that comment on their channel is people that already didn't like me. Corey, fucking Laura, and that's it, really. There's nobody else that they've like convinced, Not one other fucking person has been convinced by them. Not one. Not fucking one person. So it's like, and they've been at it for 3 fucking years. Not even one person has been convinced by them. Everybody that goes over there sporadically, I'll see Laura's people, which I also find weird because I'm like, either Laura's people don't go over there because they know it's Laura, or Laura's people know that this person's crazy and they're just like, look, I get it, but like this is a little overboard. Oh, all right. So today, this is what they write. They said, just two adults moving on. They share some video of Wendy V going off about me, which I don't like. So old. It's like years old. And I'm like, I don't care, dude. You don't think I remember that happened? Like, what do you think? I'm brain dead. I don't remember that, like, Wendy V didn't like me for a period of time. I don't fucking care, dude. It wasn't that serious. Wendy V, like, said I was obsessed with Laura. Okay. Like, you know, like, I'm not going to fucking hate her for that. It's like, that's your opinion. That's great. We talked shit about each other. That's, you know, that's great. All right, you're definitely gonna want to listen to this. And then they share a link to some video, old ass video. Wendy V talks makeup mobster, right? And then this is the weird part. Oh, and Wendy, she didn't forget her password. She makes money off all these docs and clip channels off of other people's pain, while she simultaneously pretends it's everyone else who needs attention and is money hungry. Freaks make friends with psychopaths. And I'm like, the only reason I think they're talking about the Molly Go Hershey channel here is because I didn't watch the clip that they shared, but they said, oh, and Wendy V, she didn't forget her password. And I'm like, I think they were referring to the Molly Go Hershey channel, because I really don't know the password to that channel. So, like, even if I wanted to take it off, I can't. I don't know the password. I mean, that was, what year was that? 2020, I think that channel is from 6 years ago. You think I remember what fucking password and email I used on that? Anyway, so then they wrote, she makes money off all these docs and clip channels off other people's pain. And I'm like, how do I make money off of this exactly? Like, that channel is not monetized, dude. Never was. You could only really have one monetized channel. I don't know how people monetize. Well, I guess you could technically have it if you spawn it off your own, like, account, but I don't know. It's not monetized, dude. There's 12 videos on there. Okay. And it probably hasn't gotten views. How many subscribers are on that channel? Hold on a second. Let's take a look. They're very obsessed with this channel. Imagine it's fucking MGL. It's fucking, holy shit. Imagine that. Imagine she's Burgundy. Like, all this time we're like, oh, it's Laura. And it's really Molly Go Lightly is Burgundy. Could you fucking imagine? Holy shit. All right. So wait, on this channel, okay, there's 754 subscribers to the channel. There's 12 videos. There's 12 fucking videos. Wow, this one has 4,000 views on it. I don't know how that happened. I mean, like, the views are 2,000, 1,000. And these are all from 6 years ago. 6 years ago. The last video I made on this channel, hold on a second, was March 8th, 2020. Okay, March 28th, 2020. Do you think people are still watching this channel and I'm making money off of it? Even if it was monetized, which it's not, because you would see ads on it. But even if it was monetized, do you still think that this channel with fucking 12 videos and 754 subscribers is in the fucking algorithm and people are actually finding this channel and watching the videos? Like, do you even understand at all how YouTube works, dude? Like, you would have to be specifically searching for the shit to find the channel, dude. Like, it's like buried in the fucking haystack of YouTube. I'm making money off of this clip channel. Well, they also think that I'm and my monkey videos too. They think those aren't monetized either. They're obsessed with that channel too. And then they think I'm this what is it? Everything YouTube channel, but it used to be Everything Go Lightly. They're still convinced that that's my channel. But that channel also wasn't monetized at all. That person did, though, because I do remember them putting Cash Apps out. Like, they had Cash App. They would put on their community page. I don't even have Cash App on my fucking phone, dude. I don't even have a Cash App account. I don't know. Something about Cash App. No offense if you have it. But it just seems like that's like, I'll be dead honest with you. To me, I've always looked at it as like, that's the e-beggar app. That's what they might as well fucking name it. Because, like, you'll see it. The first time I see it is like on Instagram, just people like who straight up ask for money and put their Cash App out there. So, like, I never downloaded it. I have PayPal and I have Venmo. I don't have fucking Cash App, dude. Fucking Cash App. I don't even have one. I never had a Cash App account in my fucking life. But that person used to put a Cash App out. So, when have I ever put Cash App out? Ever. on here, or any type of like fucking money collecting fucking anything on here. Yes, Laura refers to the dog that hubs her leg as her. She's brain dead. That's what I'm saying. She like misgenders people because she's just stupid. She's just an idiot. Thank you, right, said Fred. Oh my God. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's just an idiot. She just doesn't think. So, yeah. I mean, I have no idea who it is, but whoever it is, I would just love them to just take a link one day and just like tell me about myself. They don't want to do that though. Like, that would let them, the world know who they are. They're so scared of me. I'm such a real lifer, right? That they talk about me every fucking day. Fluffer's a boy. But I'm like, yeah, they're scared because they know as soon as they took the link on my channel, we would know who they are. Like right away, we would recognize their voice, obviously. Okay. So that's why they won't take a link, obviously. If they're just some subscriber, like they try to play it off like they are, then, take the link. We're not going to find you through your fucking voice. They won't do it. They won't even come in my chat anymore. They used to, but they won't do it anymore. So, but they are quite dedicated to me. That's all I can say. I mean, could you imagine waking up every single morning of your life, like thinking about some stranger from fucking YouTube, like writing these big, long fucking, lying paragraphs about the same person, just repeating the same things over and over again? It's not even like they put anything new. Sometimes they do. Like they just added this that I make money off of, clip channels. I'm like, what, dude? Like, what are you talking about? One of the channels that you think is mine isn't even my fucking channel, dude. It's not my channel. As much as you want to think it is, it's not. So, Jay is not trolling Laura. No, she's not trolling Laura. She don't fucking care. Yeah, oh, the monkey that I called CPS on. Oh my God. I gotta find that clip where Laura's like, fucking, oh, but it's a monkey. It doesn't matter. I'm like, dude, I never called fucking CPS on a monkey, dude. That never happened. You talking with whiskey? Whiskey who? Wogs? No, I don't talk to that person ever. Fuck that guy. I only have PayPal that I've had for over 25 years. When you got paid to open an account. Yeah, I've had the same PayPal since PayPal started. And I've never had fucking Cash App, dude, ever in my life. And I never will probably because I feel like, why do you need Cash App if you have PayPal and Venmo? I don't know. Because like Venmo is owned by PayPal. I've heard of people getting scammed on Cash App, like where it doesn't back you up the way that PayPal and Venmo would, right? Where like if you get fucking scammed on PayPal, they'll back you up depending on what it is. But if you get scammed using money through there, it's like Cash App, I don't know. To me, it's always just seems shady. Like e-beggars use it, but also I've heard of people like getting fucked on there and Cash App does not stand behind them. Yeah, an international man. An international man. They always say that. I'm like an international man. Because they don't know. I don't know. For some reason, Burgundy can't retain Cambodia in their fucking head for some reason. So we just refer to him as an international man. And I'm like, dude, that was also in 2020 when I made funny videos about this fucking weirdo that fucking dressed his monkeys up and tortured them. Holy shit. But that's like, I mean, that makes me worse than Laura, guys. I had a fucking video about the monkey, an international man, an international. They're like, oh, he threatened your family. Oh, Burgundy got fucking owned in her fucking own comments the other day. Before I go, let's just talk about that for a second. Holy shit. I guess Laura shared a link to the post. Ready? You want to hear the post? I don't think Brittany needs to attach herself to me, just saying. I don't think she, my channel's a fucking dumpster fire. She has stopped in to say hello, but I don't watch her, so you don't need to tell me to be careful, because I don't watch her. I don't go on her channel. So, she could come in here and chat, but I've never talked to her outside of her coming in here and saying a few things and then leaving. And I don't go to her channel. I don't chat on her channel. I don't watch her channel. I don't know. I've heard things about her. I really don't fucking care. She's never done anything to me. and I'm not just gonna hate people just because other people do. Never been like that. But yeah. Hold on, let me go on Laura's channel so I can find their fucking post. So they where the fuck is, hold on a second. Laura's thing. Okay, so Laura shared their post the other day, which this post also is very telling. I feel like Burgundy is somebody like associated with Laura or Tracy or something. Oh, all right. So they share this post, which doesn't make sense. It takes a special talent to get 3 long-term hate-filled haters in one place just to describe their own hate-filled nightmarish attributes. Like, could you say hate a couple more times? Take a shot every time Burgundy says hate. Um, now that there's newcomers, they'll be able to pick up on all your red flags right away. Ooh, I'm so scared. Poor Nenny, still going. So it's so weird. They're mad about Nenny. Like, who would be mad about Nenny? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. Poor Nenny, still going wherever the wind carries her. Always needed a stranger on YouTube to tell her what to believe and who to be. Pugs, lol, and Slobster. You'll never be the main character, not even in your own story. And I'm like, what? Like, do I have a story? Like, I didn't even know I had a story. I'm never going to be the main character, like as if that's something I was like trying to be. Like, what? I don't even understand the point of writing that. It's a fucking weird thing. Isn't it weird? Yeah, to bring Nenny up. They got triggered because I'll read Nenny's comment. But anyway, you're always lurking in the shadows of another woman. Says the stalker, right? Says the fucking stalker. Stick with Brittany. She's more on your level, especially when it comes to having class. I'm like, okay, dude. What's happened, which is weird. Laura's always talking about class, right? What's happening to her is literally what you've done to Laura for a decade. And I'm like, no, first of all, I didn't even know Laura a decade ago. A decade ago would be 2016, and it's now 2026. Okay. I didn't know Laura until like 2019. So how was I talking about Laura or maybe late 2018? I think I might have, no, it might have been 2019 when I actually met Laura. So I was talking about Laura before I even knew who the fuck she was. Okay. I've been doing this to her. But no, what Laura's doing to Brittany, you can't even compare to me talking about Laura and just reviewing her content. Okay. I am not doing the same thing. No, not even close. Okay. I'm not calling Laura's doctor's offices to make sure she had drug tests done and all this other shit. I'm not, going after her kids, calling her kids fat. I'm not doing that. So it's not even close to the same. Plus, okay, Brittany never did anything to Laura. Never did anything to her. Anyway, before the CPS call and after. Like, okay. It's 10 times worse. If anyone has no business, it's you, dummy. You insult your own personality every time you speak. I'm like, all right, dude. Am I supposed to cry about you saying this? I don't even fucking know what this means. Half this shit doesn't even make any rational sense. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't even know what that means, So this is what got them upset about Nenny. Nenny writes, it's so ridiculous. If you don't hate Brittany J, then somehow you automatically become a BJ simp. The people in the BNN, I thought this was so funny. The people in the BNN, Brittany News network, docs, no problem. Talk about her kids. Heck, they even read her domestic violence report. Okay. Has anybody done that to Laura? No, we haven't. Nobody's fucking, doxed her. I know Burgundy likes to say we talked about her kids, but we never say anything but nice things about her kids. Okay. And I don't know. Does Laura have a DV report? I never read any of Laura's reports out on here. So yeah, so they got very triggered about that. Very triggered about that. But anyway, what ends up happening is Laura fucking shares their Laura goes and shares their fucking thing, the link, and it didn't work out the way that they wanted. Now somebody sent me a screenshot the other day of Laura in somebody's comments. I'm not sure who it was. Like, I don't know if it was whoever Laura is friends with in that new community. I'm not sure who it is, but she was sharing Burgundy's link in their comment section, and didn't work out the way they were planning. Okay, Laura or Burgundy. So all these people come flooding into Burgundy's comment section the other day, and of course she thinks they're all me, which is the funniest fucking thing. This person's so fucking paranoid. So all these people come flooding into her fucking there's 65 replies under this one comment. Oh, I'm sorry, 50 under this one comment. And they think it's I've never seen these people before. I've never seen any of these accounts before, but they think it's all me and they think it's all like people like I guess you guys in here. But I'm like, dude, I actually think what I think is that they're people from either Britney's community, whoever Laura's talking shit about. I think that they saw Laura share the post on her page and then they went and read the post and they were like, what the fuck is this asshole talking about? I don't even know any of these people. I've never seen any of them before. Not one of these accounts have I ever seen before, but one of them they seem to think is me. I guess because it's called Karma times 2, so they must like be making because apparently there could only be one person named Karma, but I think because of Karma, whatever the fuck her name is, Carmina, they must think that it's me. Like somehow that it's my account, but I'm like, dude, it's not my account. Like none of these accounts, I don't know who any of these fucking people are. I've never seen them, but I do think it's fucking hilarious that you're getting owned in your comments by a bunch of fucking strangers. That is fucking hilarious. They think it's all like me and my friends, but it's not. I swear to God, dude, it's not me and my friends. I don't know one of these fucking accounts, but it's fucking hilarious. They got fucking owned in their own comments. And they're like, you're not here. You don't care about Leona. And I don't even think these people know who Leona is. I don't even think they know who they're talking about. They're all in there just basically saying like Laura has no right to go after a kid. And Burgundy's losing her fucking mind. And if you're bored, go read it because it's fucking hilarious. Just make sure you go to newest first. And it's under this person. Hold on. Let me see the name. It's under Callie. Hold on. On here, well, their handle says Callie Art, Callie Cali Art, and then 415. But their name is the Lazy Dog. And you can see right on their page it says artist and then CA. Yeah, that's me. So it's funny because I'm like, these strangers went in there and sent this fucking idiot into a whole paranoid fit thinking that they're talking to me. It's not me, dude. I swear to God. It's not me. But I'm like, I know. I'm like, why would I make a fucking troll account for to go in your comments at this point, dude? Oh my God. I'm not shy. I'm not shy. But I don't need to like go sit in their fucking comments and argue with them. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't know who the people are. For all I know, they could potentially be, I guess, people from this community. I know it's not any of my friends because, like, I obviously showed friends, and I feel like any of my friends would have said, like, oh, that's me, but they haven't said that. I personally think it's because Laura shared their fucking link, and a bunch of people from, like, whoever the fuck Laura talks about, whether it's Queen Bee or Clue or, I'm not Clue, or Brittany, I think a bunch of the people from their community came over and just, started telling Laura about herself. Not Laura. They started telling Burgundy about herself because they're like, why are you making excuses for a CPS caller? That's basically what they're saying. That's all the accounts are saying. And they don't get it. They're like, oh, you don't care about Leona. You're not standing up for Leona. And they probably don't even know who the fuck Leona is. And they probably don't even know who I am. And I'm like, you don't understand. There's a difference between standing up for me and standing against something. I don't think these people give a fuck about me. You're right. I really don't. And they don't have to give a fuck about me. What they give a fuck about is like, why are you going after children? It doesn't matter that it's my kid. It doesn't matter whose kid it is. It's anybody's kid. Why the fuck are you going after a kid over YouTube bullshit, dude? It comes back to that. That's all these people are saying. That I don't even think they know who I am, the people. They're like, you're not here. You don't care about Leona. I don't know. They want to try to brainwash me into thinking that people don't care about me on the internet. And I'm like, look, I know that you guys care about me. Most of you guys, right, care about me as much as you could care about somebody on the internet. But no offense to anybody, I don't need people to care about me on the internet because I have people in my real life that actually care about me. You know what I'm saying? Do you think I'm going to cry if strangers I never met in my life don't care about me or care about me? It doesn't matter, dude. I have people in my real life that care about me. I care more that you guys care about children than me. It's not about me. You should care more about children than me. Absolutely. Anybody here should. You should care about a kid being affected. You should care about everybody, but you should care about the CPS workers whose time was wasted. The doctor, the fucking school, my kid, my husband. You know what I'm saying? Everybody collectively, but mostly a kid. Going after a kid, most people just think that in and of itself is vile no matter who it is. Okay, you shouldn't target somebody's kid because you're upset about words that they said, the mother said about you. To most normal people, that sounds fucking insane. If I told people in my real life, like, hey, this person called CPS on that person because of, they were talking shit on the internet, you know what most people would probably say? Why didn't that person just fucking log off? Like, that's what most people would probably say. Why didn't they just get off the internet? Right? So, I mean, they'd be like, why would you go after a kid? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Because to rational people, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't sound like a fucking rational thing to do at all, is to call, somebody's talking about me. Let me call CPS on them. That doesn't sound rational to normal people. The thing is with Burgundy is they can't make up their mind really where they stand on this issue, because they're trying to accuse me, and they were lying to the people in this comment section, trying to accuse me of, they're like, oh, Leone has been tied to CPS calls. I'm like, really? When is this? When have I been tied to any CPS calls besides my own? Where have I been tied to fucking CPS calls, dude? Exactly. Only on your channel, where you're trying to say I called CPS on Christina. And I'm like, that never happened. My brother, you tried doing that. That didn't go in your favor. You ended up having to admit that you made it up, right? And then now the new one is Steph. They're trying to tie me to Steph's CPS call from years ago. And they even tried to say it was because Steph made this video of me, which I totally forgot she was even the one who made it until I just saw this. She made a video of me saying Laura's name a bunch of times. So that because of that, I got so upset that I called CPS on her, apparently. But here's the funny part. Here's the real funny part. Steph's CPS call was in 2022. The video that she made, we didn't see it until 2024. Okay. So how did I called CPS on her 2 years before she made the video about me. This was their theory. I'm like, what? Why would I call CPS on Steph at all, ever? She never did anything to me. Her and I just stopped talking, dude. We stopped talking. We had a little disagreement about Ben Ashworth, of all people, and we just went our separate ways, dude. It's really as simple as it was. I mean, I didn't talk about her. She didn't talk about me. I still respected her. I just didn't want to, I didn't want to be associated. She was hanging out with those RDA guys at the time, and I just didn't want anything to do with those fucking guys. They're a bunch of clowns. So I just separated from her, dude. But I don't have any hatred towards her. She never did anything to me, Steph. She, except make that video 2 years later after her call. But I mean, okay, dude, you think I can't handle a video of me saying fucking more a bunch of times? Jesus, I'm pretty sure I laughed at that video when it came out, because I was like, that's pretty funny. I mean, and then I said, who has fucking time to like sit here and do this? But anyway, all right, I gotta get out of here. Oh shit, I gotta go get my kid. All right, I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Sorry. Oh, and I apologize the other day too. I ended the stream like so like abruptly without saying goodbye. My son was calling me, so I had to like pick up the phone. But all right, I gotta go. I gotta go get him from school. Have a great day. Bye.